now to see if she's
Who?
still up.
Little ant,
Who we talking about?
little ant.
The girls are so messy, girl.
Oh.
Yeah, she was just online 30 minutes ago. I just texted her to see
When the
if
ain't
she
just
got
in the
time to go see.
chat?
Huh?
Fuck that list.
Lil Ant.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
What
him.
happened?
who
Ain't
is
you
this?
here?
Is that him?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's him. I'm
I
sure.
did not
Yeah.
know
And you
that.
feel me
Come
like
on
I
up,
know my
boo.
nephew. That's all
He
I
said,
think he in
wait,
the
this
chat. He been
about
in the
me?
chat.
Yeah,
He
it
been in the
is.
chat for
It
an
is
hour.
ex-husband. Husband, can you get ex-husband? Can you get in the box for a second, please?
When I'm
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
here,
gonna
what's
girl,
going on?
what's
I don't know how
going
to
I
on?
answer
How
the
you
have
fence
this
doing
because it's a
over
good
message.
there?
week.
You're not. I'm gonna make sure that you're not doing it correctly. Can you get in the box for me? No, I didn't say husband. That's my ex-husband. We did it a long time ago.
Well, Amaya,
Can you come in the
change,
box?
close your boxes
Sit
down
up
just in
next
case
to
he
me,
click
nephew. I
the
got
bottom
you.
and
Sit right here.
he don't know how to
Click
unmute
on that.
himself,
Click on the
Amaya.
plus sign right there.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on one sec. Hold on, and and before you say anything, give me 1 second. Bam.
Hey,
Okay, little ant,
yeah,
Kelly. Hold on. I'm reading everybody, so you won't have to be like in a fuss of a whole bunch of people talking to you. Hey, boo, what's the tea?
hi, what's going on?
You know, you listen. You listen. When you have a ball, yeah, and I give you all of these kind of things up front. When you're dealing with ballroom shit, you're dealing in balls that you already gonna know when things are happening around ballroom. People are going to mention. I've been telling you that for years, and you know that. So this not to say it's about you like you like did something wrong. But do you care to
Okay,
explain
wait, can I say this? Can I, let
without
me
getting
just,
anybody?
no, listen,
Go ahead.
listen, 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 Rosa. I want to say
Go
this.
ahead.
The reason why this shit is not cool for me well, I feel like that is because for me, I don't give a fuck about that. It's the
Okay,
fact
I
that
get
this
you.
stuff is going on with me and my real sister. Bitch, I'm not,
Okay.
you get what I'm saying? Fuck
Yeah,
the
I do.
ball, fuck the faggots. This is a bitch I really value. Me and her on
Well,
a
I know how
bigo or
close y'all are for
discussion,
sure.
and we're
Yeah.
on different ends. It just don't sit well with me. It does something to my spirit. It makes me go cry. It makes me
I get
shake.
you. Now
So
listen, this is what
that's
I got from
why.
your sister. Hold on, listen. This is what I got from your sister. Um, she said basically he lied and told people he has to do everything for the ball because I'm financially unstable. And when I'm very stable with my own everything, always have been, Auntie, you know that. She said I told him before I agreed to do this ball that I'm not paying for shit. So he said he just wanted me to throw it with him and he'll handle everything, which is why the only reason why I agreed to do the ball at all. Like, don't lie on me or my name, and he's reading everyone else just stirring up BS, and it all hit the light today, which was yesterday actually.
You done?
Yeah, I am. I just want you to hear what she had to say. Like, so it wasn't like no late shit like that. But that's what I want to hear, so
So,
you'll know what she was
so,
what she was
so
saying.
this is why this shit is so weird to me. And who's on here? You on here? My grandma on here? Uncle on here?
Yeah, the only
Yeah,
people that's
y'all fucking
unmuted
know
is
me.
your
So y'all
grandma
know. Okay.
and Kelly.
So
That's
y'all
it.
know. Listen. So y'all know me, and y'all know when I'm lying or I'm on some bullshit. Just hear me out. What's
Okay.
crazy is she's absolutely fucking right. So,
Okay.
except for the me
So
telling people
Crystal
shit.
stirred up some
So
bullshit, basically. I'm asking stirred up some shit.
Crystal, Crystal throws the
Because I
bullshit. Hear
seen
me
it
out.
on her page
Listen.
first. Yeah.
CC was never. I'm gonna tell y'all where this came from. I'm gonna tell y'all how it was said, and if I said it wrong for her to be taken away, I know y'all gonna tell me. So hear me out. CC told me from jump. Brother, I ain't forgave
She ain't
shit.
here for that. That's
Y'all
not
know
really
CC.
Chris. That's not really CC thing, right?
Yeah, CC got kids, and her bills are a lot. So I said,
Yeah.
fuck that. So I called Daylon. I'm like, Daylon, I think I want to throw a ball over there with CC. Daylon was like, fuck that, whatever. She's mother. Hell yeah, we got her. She ain't got to do shit. We got her. So that is that. So my thing is, why the fuck would you believe a lie once me and a bitch get into it? She didn't say this before. When you know that I already know that Sierra was never financially responsible for the ball in the first place. She was the extra face. So why the
Right. She
fuck would
that
I
paid
read my
promoter.
good
Right.
sister about something that was already fucking discussed? Bitch, when y'all see her, y'all see me. Why would I want to pit my
Yeah, so she
sister
was
in
just
a
a paid
bitch that I'm
promoter
throwing a
that you want
ball
to
with?
throw a ball with your sister. Right.
Why would I want to pit a bitch that I'm throwing a ball with in a bad light? What type of, come on, y'all. Y'all know me. Come on
Right.
now. So when me and Crystal get into it, next thing I know, I'm blocked. Me and Sierra never had a conversation. We never got into it. We was just together at the ball Saturday. So I
Hmm.
am confused. That's the end of the story. So this is how
Okay,
that
let me
came.
ask you one other question because I know this has been said before, and I didn't like it when it was said before. I even had a conversation with Nikki about it. And I know that you and Crystal have always had like touch and go situation. I know that personally from living in the city. Why do you think that Crystal is stirring all this up, and why would Crystal go and why would Alaska go around lying talking about you told her you were on Tina?
First of all, I started this shit. I read her
Just give you
on
a chance to clear
Facebook.
your own name, right?
I read her. First of all, I've got to. I'm not towards you. But
I
bitch,
know,
I don't
I know,
gotta
I know.
clear a motherfucking thing up for these punks. But I'm doing it because this is what I want me to do. First of all, I read the fuck out of Crystal. Okay? And it stirred her. And she didn't know what to do. And she tagged Toy, all these crazy ass people. First of all,
Yeah,
bitch,
she tagged me too.
yeah. So let me tell y'all one thing. This bullshit or why I don't give a fuck what bitches feel like I'm doing or that I'm not doing because I know what I'm not doing. For
Right.
y'all on this phone, my grandmother, my uncle Gunner, and you, Vanna. Bitch,
Yeah.
I sit there and grab my motherfucking heart and think it's the upper room on something I can't even say on Bigo, bitch, on Bobby. So
Yeah.
how the fuck am I gonna deal with something after that? Bitch, y'all know I will be calling the ambulance, bitch, in Debo chicken coop sweating like a slave, crying, bitch, tweaking, paranoid. I can't handle game. So how the fuck I'm gonna do something else? Get the fuck out of here. But the narrative came because I have people that do it that I'm not gonna turn my fucking back on. People
Right,
have
right,
different
right.
opinions. Some people feel like, bitch, she on that shit. I'm gonna stop fucking with her. I don't feel like that because before Tina was the motherfucking bad shit, it was the Kane. And bitches looked at me and everybody else who do Kane the same way they look at the girls who do
That's
Tina
true.
now. So, bitch, what's the difference? So I'm not gonna
That's
turn
true.
my back on my friend until they act weird to me. That's not right. So if me hanging with a bitch who smoke or being outside with a bitch who smoke, who respects me enough not to tweak, makes me own it, girl, fuck y'all. Cause bitch, while y'all ain't there, y'all reading me, this is a person who I can call or you get what I'm saying, whatever. Fuck you
Right,
hoes.
right.
I'm a realist. And I'm not gonna turn my back on a bitch because of what they do until they act weird to me. Flat out.
Yeah, cause
I
see, I
mean
like I
that.
said, they did send me her post, but she said that basically you told her you were on Tina. She said that she was reading you saying that you sell certain medications, for your drugs, whatever the case may be. And it was just I'm not gonna go to like just say what the medicines was, but it was just she was just going back and forth. So when
but
Cece hit me up, cause Cece like, hey TT, and so we were talking about her, and I asked her like, what happened with her, cause it be she hit me up with something completely different. And I asked her, she was just like, I basically that you were going around reading everybody, and that you guys got caught up in the reads, and then now that I guess the girls are trying to air you out. Now it's like, girl, like you trying to give like, girl, you don't know what the fuck going on. But she basically, like, from her message to me, it's more or less
Bingo.
this fact that she like it was her that she was hurt that you would be reading her. That's what I got from her.
But
I didn't get from
bitch,
her
did you
like
call me?
like she over you, but she's like bitch like, girl, why would I be being
Why
read
would
by somebody
I
so close to me?
read her? The thing of it is with me, I'm tired of this. I've been the person who's been explaining and being the good friend for years, bitch. If that's what you want to believe, believe it. But bitch, if you know me and you, there's certain shit that girl, no, I'm not defending this. Y'all know me. When I'm wrong, I try to defend it. Bitch, I'm not defending this shit. I don't have nothing to defend because I don't know what the
So
fuck.
so
And I'm
Alaska
not.
just
I'm
basically cooked y'all all the way up.
yeah, it came from her and only her. But what was said was it was a situation where let me just be all the way transparent. It was a situation all these houses had sent in their motherfucking
Deposit
deposit,
money.
right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So so as the time is going on, when I put the deadline and shit, motherfuckers will have shit going on. People was delaying. We like, oh my God, okay, girl. Because we done bought shit like specific house names, centerpiece, shit like that. So I'm like, bitch, I'm not about to
Right.
do this, bitch. And girl, and then these hoes don't come. Girl, no, we could just wait. So we're waiting too long. So me and her literally actually together was gonna cancel it. Like, girl, we can just get these people their money back. It's not that. So I'm sitting there like, no, bitch. Fuck that. Sisters new to ballroom. I know how to do this. I got resources. Fuck that. Let me figure this. And I was just talking. It was me, Crystal, and someone else. I'm not gonna put their name in there. We was just keep keying. I'm
Right.
like, girl, I gotta do this. I can't do this to me and Puff. I gotta make sure our name is good. I'm like, and girl, I can't even put this on Puff, girl, cause she ain't even got. Y'all know how we talk in Cleveland. meaning she already
Mm-hmm.
told me she ain't got, meaning she ain't got for the gay shit. Like I'm like, girl, please,
Right,
God, I ain't
right,
about to do
right.
this to her. So none of that was cool. So if me and her would never got into it, would you still have told her that? So me saying she ain't got, meaning y'all know how we talk here.
Mm-hmm.
She took that and told her that. But as my sister, bitch, you didn't call me and say, so wait a minute, bitch, you reading me? You da 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 da. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Cora. I can't do this. I don't want to do the ball no more. I got none of that. I didn't get asked. I didn't get anything. So if you know you weren't, why would you listen to a bitch who you know we're into it with? That's all I'm saying. Am I making sense here? Am I like
Yeah, okay, I get that.
you get what I'm saying? I just feel like that this should not be public. Me and her, come on, man. We on this big old messy shit.
Oh
I've
yeah,
never been
like
on
it's
Bigo a day
bad.
in my life, and now I'm on fucking Bigo.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to a point. I'm not gonna lie and say it's not. It's definitely getting to a point because with all of the back and forth that's going on, with all of the sending people deposits and do this and do that. So now it's like I guess even the people that were willing to support y'all, were willing looking to come to Cleveland to go to y'all ball or whatever the case may be, are now sitting up here confused because you got a group of people saying one thing and then it's you on the other end. So the girls is giving like, girl, what what's really going on?
Yeah, that's what's going on. Like I said on my live, she's being a girl. To me, we're not into it because we haven't talked. The last time I seen her, she was leaving out the door, giving me a hug and a kiss, and then next thing I know, I was blocked. Um, I don't know.
So
Brother, I'm
okay,
kind of.
I guess the better question for the ballroom community because they do listen. Are you still having your ball? Like is all
They
the
should have
deposit
watched
money
my
still
live.
sent?
Yes, I'm still having my motherfucking ball because at the end of the day, bitch, this was my ball. I added her.
Okay.
Fuck all of that. This is still my motherfucking name. So as I said on my live, all the commentators that are listed, all the DJs that are listed are taken care of, and anyone can feel free to hit them up and ask them, are they scheduled to be here on August 8th? Bitch, please, what the show ain't no stopping no show. And I hope my sister come and walk the boss and say, man, now come get your coin, sis. Bitch, that's still my sister. I'm not
Okay.
about to do all that for no gay shit. Are you serious?
Okay. So you definitely having your
No.
ball. So you doing
Hell
it by
yeah, I'm having
yourself
my
now, or did
ball.
you add another partner with you?
The venue is paid for, taken care of. Like
Uh,
I know you to be, but you want me to be messed? You want me to send you this shit? You want me to send you
no,
this to
no,
your
no, no,
phone
no,
right
no. We
now?
actually, we fine. So are you?
No,
I'm
I
saying,
just know how
are
the
you doing it
Bigo
by
shit
yourself
works.
now? Are you doing it
And
by
since the
yourself now, or
bit,
are you getting as a partner?
you said what?
I said, are you doing it by yourself completely alone now? I said, are you gonna get you another partner?
No, I was supposed to do this shit by myself anyway. That would be the
Okay.
only person I'm doing it with. I don't want no fucking partner. Look what a
Okay.
partner got me now, and it's my
Right.
girlfriend. Let alone the bitch I don't deal with. Come on now.
Right. I get that.
Yeah, so if that's the clarity y'all needed, yes. I just asked about the receipts and shit because I know that that's what y'all do on Bigo. I
Oh
don't be
no, no.
on here, so
I'm
if
not.
you,
Yeah, listen. That's between again the people have paid the deposits, so that would be between you and the houses, girl. If something go wrong, like I mean,
oh
you
no,
said
she
you,
sent half
yeah,
back, and I done talked to the people, and they said, well, if you still having the ball, we don't want it back. So it ain't like I ran off with
right,
money
right.
or no shit. Like she never told you that, so it ain't no
No, no,
shit
she
like
did not.
that.
She did not. She did
Yeah,
not.
no, it's not that. I was supposed to give her the money that I have for the deposits like once they paid us the rest, I was just gonna give to her like, bitch, just put this in your savings, and that was
Right,
gonna
right.
happen. But we never got to do that. So no, we got all the money that
So the
you see.
only money that you got to get now that she had was for the Scaparellis.
No, and I don't even have that. She sent that to them. So
Right,
that
right. I know what I'm saying. I know
if
she told me that. Yeah, she sent that back to them.
yes, Sierra has no money from nobody. So if they still want to attend, I talk to Tor. Then they'll send it back. If they don't want to, it's fine.
It's
I'm
fine,
not
right?
basing. I'm not
So
my
why? So
rent
let
prize
me.
money.
Most of the people on this panel wouldn't. I mean, people wouldn't know who this is, but you would know because I just want to know because I saw it. What is this about? Something with Jesse and sexual desires? Because I saw him make a post
Nothing.
telling people to leave him out.
Nothing. That's some shit that Crystal made up too. Talking about give him his
Uh,
$500. Jesse sat there and said, "Well, first of all, bitch, I didn't even get Ant $500. So, girl, what are you talking about? Jesse didn't
I
even
would
get
say yeah, I
the
saw him but
Infinity.
making comments on her
The
post.
Infinities. That's what I'm saying. She's listening and doing and trying to do them little gay games, and it's not working. You're not even making sense. I have not responded to her or nothing. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know. She's made
Okay.
15 posts. I made zero. Rosa, I don't
Yeah, she
care.
made a ton of posts and she didn't tag me in like 10 of them.
I'm only coming on here because I see who's on here, and it's a safe
Yeah,
space
yeah,
because
yeah.
of who
I
y'all
want you
up
to
here.
better to clear it up,
But
for anybody that may
like,
have been talking about it. Me and Nikki saw it
yeah,
the other morning and talked
no.
about it.
No, I do not care. I honestly do not care about none of this shit that's going on. I made a live yesterday, so everybody can know
Okay.
my shit is still going on. Everybody's seen it. I
Okay.
mean, what?
I
Okay,
was
so
asleep last
that's
night, so
it.
I
If
didn't.
that
I'm
clears,
sorry. You
no,
no, no,
yeah,
you good now.
everybody's seen it. So if that,
Okay.
I hope this clears everything up.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
mean, as long as you still having your ball, that's all. That's at the end of the day. Like, I mean, that's all. That's the ballroom part. Like, what y'all got going on personally with y'all friendships and stuff. That's not a bingo conversation. But as long as you having your ball, people pay their little deposits, whatever, and you saying the show's still going on, and that a bitch that's not in ballroom was trying to cook it on y'all time.
yeah, so we're trying cooking all the time. And honestly, the reason why, only reason why I was not going to have it, but then a mutual someone, well, one of yours, somebody that
Uh,
you motherfucking have real picky, told me, she said,
uh,
Antonio, you have to understand, you go, if they sent the deposits, baby, y'all still keep forward with y'all shit because they're going to do it. You got to remember, the West Ball is taking over everybody right now. I was like,
yeah,
right.
that's true.
She was
That's
like,
true.
people is pushing shit back. Like, I've had a couple houses tell me, like, we're gonna get to you after the West Ball. So once I realized that, I said, you know what?
Because
She's
everybody,
right.
yeah, both houses are going to compete for it. That's true.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
she's right.
another
So yeah, we're gonna.
and another thing is, why would y'all be having a ball on August 8th? They giving away 100K in Seattle that same day.
Are
Auntie,
you
my
serious?
our flyer was out before that. We didn't know.
Oh
Ours was
yeah.
out last November.
The Kiki Ball on that Friday is giving away 10K for the house with the most points. And then on that Saturday, they got 10K Fifth Queen performance. And then they got all a whole bunch of other categories in
So
Seattle,
y'all feel
Washington.
like I should. So y'all feel like I should switch some shit around. I'm asking y'all
Ah,
because y'all.
ah.
Is that what you
I
saying?
didn't. Let's be clear. I didn't even know about no ball in Seattle, so that would be probably a better
You know,
question to tell you.
everybody, bitch. You know, all those Kiki girls is going to 100.
You get that
10K
10K. Yeah.
10K for the house with the most points for the first time ever. You know they going there. Then they got Fifth Queen performance for 10K is the grand prize,
No,
and
d-
they're giving
no,
away
she's right. I sent one house their table money back because they told me that their
Let me unmute
chapter
everybody.
felt
Yeah, I
like
still want
that
him to
they
be up
going
there.
to
Hold
Seattle.
on.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
say she's telling the truth.
A
Yeah.
lot of girls, is going to Seattle. The only reason I'm not going to Seattle because I already planned my school drive cookout for that day this last year. That's the only reason I'm not going to Seattle because that's my school drive cookout.
Yeah, no, say she right. So any updates though before I get off for y'all? Any updates will
Oh
be
no 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 no!
will be
I mean, now that you update, I mean, if you got any updates or anything changes, let us know so that we can let the people know. But again, people are there by it being a ball and it being ballroom and all of the and her tagging it and causing all this confusion. Even with something that reason why I say even clearing them up with the Tina thing, because let's just be very clear and let's just be very honest and transparent. If bitches having Tina rumors around them and the girls come out sending their money to a bitches don't want to send their money to no team being. I just have to be honest. That's the reason why. So that's the reason why I tell you to just clear it up because nobody give a fuck who no bitch is. If a bitch is having the ball and
well.
they got a team being allegation, the girls gonna be like, girl, if I give my money to this bitch, what's to stop that bitch from running off and doing team being with my money? So that's why I told you to give you a
Oh
chance to clear your name
Jesus
up in that space.
Christ!
And we
Wow.
gotta just call a thing and just be honest. Don't nobody want to be sitting up there contributing to bitch that no girl whom that the girl might skip out bitch and take their money and hit it.
Wow. I'm hearing you, but that's just a key to me.
I
Like
mean,
I
yeah, because she
girl.
said that you told her, someone she said that you told her that you did it, and it was just like, girl, what?
Okay. I didn't even know that.
That,
I
I mean,
didn't
that's
respond
something
to
you
that
definitely got to
either.
clear up as a ball promoter. For no shade.
Why didn't I clear? Why haven't I cleared? Why haven't I
You
tried to
did it
clear that
though. No,
up?
you did it now.
I didn't try to clear shit. I honestly only did it because I don't care. I'm too grown. Like one
Yeah,
thing about it, I'm over the y'all. I'm over this thing. I don't give a fuck about a bunch of bitches who don't do nothing for me. I'm not that person no more. Social
I
media,
get that.
Bigo, the girls' opinions, bitch. I do not care. Don't
Yeah, I
no
get
bitch
that.
do nothing for me. If I well, we care, even with people we care about, bitch. When the hoes die, life goes on, and the bitch go remember them for a month or two, bitch. And this girl, no. Why do I give a fuck living with by bitches who gonna not remember me when I'm gone? What do they do for me? I don't care about that. Bitch, if I was to ever decide to smoke it, I would smoke it. Let me tell you something. My grandma pulled up on me about them shit like that. Grands, you did. She called me and told me,
Yeah, she
Grands,
talked to me about that.
it's something you need to tell me, boo. You cool? I said, well, Grands, why was you? She said, because, bitch, I need to hear it from me. So I get what you're saying. I get it,
Yeah.
what you're saying, especially with the sending deposit thing. But every house I've hit them up. and let them know the ball is still going on. If you want your deposit, fine. They said no, bitch. If the
Right,
ball's still
right,
going on, no. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody sitting no whole tables, girl.
right. I get what you're saying.
It ain't
Anybody
enough.
even sit
I
their
ain't got
whole
enough
seat?
money to bitch. I ain't got enough room in my ballroom name, bitch, over this little bit of change I got from these little bit of deposits, bitch. It ain't that. It ain't worth it. No, to have to
Yeah, I
hide
get that.
out over this little bit of money. It's not like. Listen, every table that has been sent the deposit. None of this shit is paid in full. It was 8 motherfucking tables and the team was on hold. Add up 8, 2. Girl, no. I got motherfucking what $1,100. Who the fuck about to mess up and have to hide and can't never go back to the bar room and all that for $1,100? Bitch, please, not me. I ain't got that to do.
I get
That's
that.
how come Cece said whatever she said to you, but she never told
Oh
you
no.
that I
Hmm.
took them because she could. And for
No,
that,
no.
sister,
She
if you
didn't.
hear
She didn't
this,
even read you. She just eventually felt like that she was hurt that she was lied on. She never read you or said anything like around the ball or any of that. She did not. Now
but
that I
she
wouldn't even allow that girl. She did not do that.
But she never was. How can I read her about being financially stable with the ball or helping me when she was never supposed to? Like, please help me make it
Hold
make
on.
sense. Y'all, we is all adults. Y'all is smart as
Hold
fuck.
on.
How can I read her when she never, I'm gonna say this so everybody can hear this. Sierra was never financially responsible for the ball. So how can I read her?
She said,
We
Auntie, he just running. She said he's just running around, reading everyone, starting shit and lying, and I refuse to be a part of any form of BS. So I'm done with him and that ball.
Oh, she talking about starting shit with her team. Oh yeah, I know what she talking about. That's that shit with Dalen. Me and Dalen had words, and then let me just put it out there. That's who backed her and doing her trophies and shit. And him and your daughter was Barbie. She
Uh
that's
huh.
the
Yeah.
That's China. I'm about to say, who the fuck is that? That's China.
You hear what I'm saying? So she probably feel like, bitch, why is you getting into it with the person who's supposed to be helping us with our shit, our name? I can't do this. You know how she get on, bitch, I can't do this.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
When Dalen called her and told her, baby, I'm stepping out, I'm not helping, I'm not doing shit, that's enough to see. She feel like, bitch, my name is on here. Oh, girl, no, I'm out. That's where that came from when she means starting shit. Okay.
Okay.
I don't need him to
Okay.
do no trophies, bitch. There's other ways to get around that. I didn't ask him to do it. That was part of what he was doing because that was part of your backing. But now that that's not happening, bitch, next, watch, he told me he's going to take me to go get me some trophies this week. Next.
Okay.
You get what
Yeah.
I'm
She just
saying?
said. Yeah.
So that's that, Rosa. That's it.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure to give you a chance to be able to speak to
Thank you,
other people
baby.
because again, everybody don't get a chance to be involved in the background. So just give you a chance to speak for yourself and for your ball.
Hmm. I
But
appreciate y'all for
I
that.
mean, I
Thank you.
not, but I will be honest. I do think, I mean, everything is paid for, so it might can't happen. But with Kelly saying that going on in Seattle, I'm not saying that you should do that. Just you shouldn't have your ball at all. But you might want to see like what is given, so that you can make sure you still have a decent crowd and
Did
still
you
be able
want
to
to
get.
know something? Rodney told me the same thing, and I was like, I can't believe you would tell me to change my day. He said, nephew, it's nothing about that, but he was like, maybe you should
Because
think about, you know what I'm
everybody,
saying? I was
because everybody,
offended.
nephew, to be honest with you, nephew, even the mainstream houses are going out there on that Thursday because they
Uh
want to
huh.
see who's going to be the first Kiki house to win the 10K. So a lot of the like Rodney and all of them, and then on Saturday for that 10K film queen performance, everybody they all going out there. So that's why he was telling you that.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I already, and I'm being honest, if my school drive cookout was not already planned since last year on that date, I would have changed that shit too.
Okay. Okay.
Cause
Okay.
I wanted. Listen. I was trying to get late to take on. I was trying to get late over to take on for the day out there and go out there for the 10K. But
Okay. No shade. No shade. See. Okay. No shade. Okay. That
she was
right
like,
there, y'all. I think I need
like,
to take into big consideration.
yeah.
So am I supposed to figure this out by myself? Am I supposed to wait and hit up the people that's supposed to come? How am I supposed to figure out how I'm supposed to push it back? What's going to determine that?
You
Oh,
gotta
okay.
figure that out. You gotta figure that out and decide when it's gonna be the best time to to go ahead on and do it. And talk to the
No,
houses.
no, no, no. I'm not asking a
Talk to the
date. I'm
houses.
saying
Talk to the house.
I'm th-
Talk to the houses. Talk to the houses that already
okay.
purchased tape. and make your decision from there.
And see what they want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, Auntie. Thank y'all for that. Cause y'all know this is my first ball, so it's still kind of rocky for me too. So unlike everybody else, like, oh, I don't need no inputs. Like you're my aunties and grandma. Like I know y'all fuck with me, so I'm
Yeah,
listening. That's why I'm thanking y'all for telling me this shit. Okay,
yeah. Talk
okay,
to them. Those houses that
Oh,
already
hey,
started.
Corinne. Hey, boo.
okay. So talk to the houses and
And
then
then you
and
can
then
go
make my
from there.
decision from there.
Go from there, yeah. And then go from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
but if it's 10K performance, no shade, the girl's gonna be in Seattle.
okay.
That's just like that's like a no brainer. Like that's just being honest. And hold on, Kelly. Can legends and icons walk?
Anybody can walk, bitch. They got Friday night, they got Kiki House with the most points for 10K. Then they got Film Queen Performance that Saturday for 10K and $1,000 other category, regular categories.
Oh yeah, bitch. Listen, if icons can walk, the girls are going out there to pick that 10K up. No shade. The girls gonna try to go out there and pick that 10K. Now that I know about it, bitch, I got a bitch I can send that way.
Listen, I was trying to listen. I had to weigh the pros. I had to weigh the pros. I had to weigh the pros and cons. I said, should I ask her to take the day off? But I said she gonna have to go
Let me
back
figure
into.
out if I can go judge that ball.
I said she gonna.
Bitch.
Have, I said she gonna have to go back into her old school bag of tricks to even try to win this, and then she may fuck herself up, and then can't work the rest of the year. Nah, keep her
Yeah.
on the stage. Keep her on the stage.
No shade, bitch. My overall mother can go on. Listen, girl, we wasn't gonna let her debut for a while, but girl, she can go on debut for that 10 though.
Work
Oh,
out,
and
Tish.
then they said, oh, and then they said,
Huh?
then
What
somebody
you say?
just
I
texted.
said, work out, Tish.
Somebody said they not for
No,
sure. Then
Tish is not our overall mother, girl. Shut up.
somebody just texted me. Somebody just texted me and said they not for sure, but they think that each Fem Queen breakdown get $1,000, and then they battle for the 10.
If them girls only knew
No shade, bitch.
what
Like, girl,
he
listen,
was
my
singing
girl been voted in the
about.
house for a while,
So
girl. We was
listen.
trying to figure out when to
So
bring her out.
the
We could bring her
statements,
out then.
the statements, the stars, the legends, and the icons each get 1,000 just for coming out
Is
there,
y'all,
and then they battle for the 10.
Yeah, my icon can get to a lot of girls. No shade.
Girl, let me tell you, I'm
Bitch, no shade, bitch. I let my overall mother and Tish go out there, bitch. Both of y'all hoes get the fuck on up out there, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all both
Y'all been
icons.
wanting to see this.
Both of y'all bitches
Y'all been
get the
wanting to
fuck
see
up
this
out
fish
there.
tank moment for years. We got you.
Okay, bitch. Bitch, go on, get the fuck out of here. Bitch, get both of you go goofy bitches out of here. I do overall mother and our queen mother. Bitch, go on out there, bitch, and do y'all big one. Bitch, no shade.
Amaya and Kelly, did y'all check the Discord?
no, hold
I'm not in the
on. No,
Discord at
she
all.
got
What
a
happened?
Discord. She got a new phone. Hold on, let me check. Y'all know, y'all got to tell me to go in the Discord. I don't go in there.
Oh yeah, I ain't been in that Discord in years, Callie. No shade.
Hold on, let me
That is a
check.
gag. What's the gag? What's the gag? Maya.
Hold on. I'm about to tell you, man. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
What you talking
Oh,
about,
I
Maya?
started. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to say. She talking about what I'm
If
saying, or she talking about
them
what
girls
Callie saying.
only knew that she was talking about. Amaya, shut up.
Oh, that video old. That's old though.
No, we're not
Oh,
talking about
Courtney,
that
me, I've
video.
never seen
I'm
that, but
talking
I'm
about
cool on
them
that.
addressing. I'm gonna talk about them addressing what Shaw was saying. They saying that just don't speak on it no more. Read the post, Kelly.
Hold
Wait,
on,
wait.
what you talking about, Callie?
What you were talking about up here.
Oh,
Kelly, read it.
so it's people. Oh, people from Alabama is still in the Discord. I don't know how they got in here. They must have paid to get in here.
They saying that
Girl,
people in
what?
Alabama is not just in a not just in a long story short, not just in a Discord, in the ballroom overall. That's close and stuff. It'd be people that you wouldn't think who it is. That y'all just need to stop speaking on the information overall because they are running back to people in Alabama that is in the Discord and elsewhere that be around us. So they just would like y'all to not speak on that.
Mm.
So just stop.
Okay.
Well, but I know that people still be around. Maybe they still come around for pages and still be around in here.
I'm
Rich,
gonna
what
say they
y'all
all on
They
my
basically
Facebook, so I know
said
they still be around.
don't do it.
You're on mute. You
Don't
on
do
mute,
it, Miss
Nikki.
Seeley.
How
Don't
You're on
do I
mute,
trade
keep?
Nikki.
faces with what I've
How
been
do I
through.
keep getting drugged and stuff? I ain't said shit.
I know, Nikki. I said, you see what I said, Nikki?
God
I said,
damn.
It's
You
guilty
a
by
company you
association,
keep.
Bass.
God damn.
You a company you keep, girl.
You gotta get you some new girlfriends, Bass.
What's to happen now?
I guess
they just feel like you want to speak
when
on
we
it.
were talking earlier, Lawrence, about the stuff with RJ, I guess they said that in the Discord they said that it's still people, I guess,
Yeah,
tied to the situation in the Discord and on Bingo listening to us basically.
it's
Get
not
them
just
and
straight
they asked
people.
us to stop talking about it.
It's gay people, Lawrence, that's around, and everything. Just stop
Well,
speaking
they
on
need
it.
to be worried about. They need to be worried about their livelihoods, bitch. Cause girl, y'all can
Well,
be
they
vaccinated.
probably is, Kelly, and they just want disrespect with what they saying. That's it.
Cause it's hard out here for a pimp.
Again, when I decided to walk away from it, I'm not gonna lie and say it was not hard for me to do because I definitely love that boy, but I definitely respect his family.
Mm.
And again, let's be very clear. I can show you a text message. That bitch knew what she was doing. Girl, girl, that bitch love to crank it with a DL piece of trade. And the second they didn't fall in
No,
line
he loved
or
he.
give her no
I
money,
used to
she
hate
was
when
ready
I
to get
used to
it
talk to him.
busted.
He loved arguing with the fucking fish down there.
He
I
does.
told him that was gonna be the issue.
He
Maya,
Yeah,
listen,
that's
and
you
exactly what I
only
he would
said.
make
knew.
them. He would tell them pieces of fish. He would make them fish feel so little. Because the second
Like
they start
no
talking about a
shade.
boy, he be giving. Oh, I already sucked that. I already did. Girl, girl, listen.
Yeah, see, they're
He's
like
serious
I
so bad.
don't get no wins in that. Like I could break some bitches. I mean, I'm talking about run milli quotas off of the excursions I have with boys day in day out over here. Ooh ooh ooh. I don't. That's not the
I don't get nothing
like
from that either. I don't get nothing from
I
that
don't
either,
get
Lawrence. That's it.
nothing from that. Like that's not nothing. Like from me, like literally just the other day, some girl calling my phone and stuff like doing all this stuff behind this boy. My thing is I'm getting myself out of it. Baby, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, who you are.
Wait,
You
wait.
sound crazy calling my phone talking like this. This like
So
no,
then,
that's it.
no, Lawrence, I need to circle the block and say, bitch. So when you ate fucking ish fuck that I thought bitch ate the did he ever ever suck the out brother in gun?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Girls
okay.
only knew what she was talking about.
But you want to know what? And that's because I play the type of roles that I play. I got my big ups for handling it the right type of way, and da 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 da, and then we kept it moving. Yeah, man, we don't talk
Please,
from
if
that
you
device
change
no
this
more.
picture
We
one
keep
more
it on the app.
time to Megan, please. You got these pictures of her,
Girl, that just
girl.
makes it girl. That's make girl listen. I used to tell him that.
Hey,
I'm like,
Pampers.
I don't know what you get from that. He like, no sis. I mean, you come down here, bitch. He like, bitch. I've been telling you to come. No, bitch. I'm not coming nowhere near you, bitch. In that motherfucking city, the way you be cutting up,
Let me tell
bitch.
y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Now listen, I'm gonna say this. No shade. Birmingham is one of my duck offs. What? No, not no more. Birmingham
Let me
used
get
to be
down.
one of my duck off cities. I would be in Birmingham and don't nobody know. I would go and stay in this little hood hotel. I used to get the same room every time I came. They already knew who I was when I made my reservation. They gave me the same motherfucking room. And bitch, no shade, I would be there a couple of days and then I'll call
What's your
Neil and tell
crush?
him that I'm there. And then I'll go
I'm not
stay at
going
Neil house
down
for a
there.
couple
I'm
of
not
days
never
and
going
then
down
hit
there
it.
because of y'all.
Bitch,
But
listen.
no shade.
Lawrence,
Well,
he
I'm
I
just
own a
he
speaking
he
on that
put
nightclub
stuff
down
place.
down
there,
there.
so I gotta
The
go.
pizza tray, let me tell y'all something. No shade. Most times when I was there on business. So it wasn't giving no time for no trade. I had things to do. But one time, y'all, I had this motherfucking firefighter. Bitch, no shade. He gave you everything that you think an Alabama nigga would give. It was so thick, it was so tall, and just so
It won't
mother
take the
like
top off of my Maybach.
man.
Just country.
When I tell
Just
you,
vegan country.
when I tell you, that's what I felt like. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's what I felt like, Callie. Like I felt like there's no way in the fuck this nigga is really about to come over here and do this. And like, this is the end. Like, this nigga's about to try to rob me. That's all I kept thinking in my head. Like, bitch, like, but he
Mm-mm.
didn't. It was just, man, it's a man down there. It's fuck niggas. It's a man. I'm talking
Mm-mm.
about, and they come like they come in Eastern North Carolina. It's real cornbread fed, thick thigh. thickness, everything thick, everything like, god damn, nigga, what the fuck? Y'all solid motherfuckers. What the hell? I was in love.
Oh, Lauren, head be through the
Ah,
pillow.
bitch.
Lauren be through the mattress.
Look at this bitch. Ah.
I was talking about it was
Lauren,
Woo.
Lauren,
chocolate, it
Lauren
was
be walking around that
country.
motherfucking house in that kitchen with a fucking moo on cooking.
Bitch, it was chocolate, it was thick, it was country, it was Alabama, no shade. I was like, oh yes, ma'am, bitch.
You
No
know what?
Let me
shade.
buy
The
my flight.
top of
Let me
my
buy my flight to
pizza.
Alabama.
No, but them boy,
Mm-mm.
no, I'm not gonna. No.
No, ma'am.
Let me say this. No shade. It used to be this other boy though. Alabama do not give a fuck. They will kill you.
Mm-mm.
There used to be this boy that used to hang around Neil. But he didn't even hang around. It was Neil hung around the boy's sisters, and the boy used to sell weed. So he would be the boy. Every time I come down there, that's where we get our weed from. Da 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 da. Da. So um, the
Mm-mm.
sisters was cool as fuck. We used to be over there. They used to be all over at Neil house. The boy would come over there. The boy baby mama came over. Like I met all of these people. Child, I left one time. By the time I came back and asked Neil, the boy baby mama had done set him up with her other baby daddy, and he done fucking
Mm-mm.
killed that boy up in the motherfucker house. Like the way that it just happened was just so
Mm-mm.
ruthless and reckless, and like
Once they
I
banned the
don't
whole
give a fuck.
KBI, I bet myself forever going there. Once they banned the KBI, mm-mm. I bet myself because I used to sit around y'all. I bet myself from going there. I won't go there. Won't get me. And not like Nikki said, we're next door. No, won't get me.
It's no shade, Cali. Alabama, no funny though. You know how you
Mm-mm.
see stuff on TV or you see stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Alabama
They
give
don't
you
play.
Alabama. No
They don't
shade.
play
It
down there.
give you the Alabama that you see on TV. I just roll past
No,
houses
I
and shit and
know.
be like, God damn, I'm in some country ass. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
I done rolled through there a few times, and they definitely give like you said, girl.
real
They ain't
life
got none. They
bando.
ain't got none to lose. They ain't got none to lose.
Nothing. Like what?
Mm-mm.
And when the cops say that, when the cops say that no motherfucking control over the niggas, bitch, you know it's a problem.
No shade. When I went to Montgomery, Alabama, I felt like I was right slap back in the civil rights movement.
Let me tell you something, Kelly. When they said, I don't know what that little app they used to have, that little laugh app thing. Good, they used to sit.
Oh, they won't
I
get
knew
me,
it.
so I ain't going.
I knew it was a problem, bitch, because they used to sit up in that on that little app and straight talk about murder, like they wasn't on a public platform.
What was that shit called? Play something. That
Good,
shit was called.
good, they would sit up there and be talking about the murders and who they killed and what nigga next and this that, and that. I like they was
Gillette.
not on the public forum.
I felt like I was back in the civil rights. No shade, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So it's not a bunch of like this was back in the days. You know, I was out doing my ones and twos, and it wasn't no like bitch. Even Megabus wasn't going there. Like to get to Montgomery, Alabama, I think we had to catch the Greyhound to get there. If we when we, I wasn't driving, so I think we caught the. We was in like I don't even know where I came from, but either way, ended up in Montgomery, Alabama, y'all. And the fucking when we got to the fucking Greyhound station, that's what made me feel like I was in the civil rights movement. I'm talking about it was landline. The way it was given payphone, um, bitch. The only thing that they had was like this yellow cab, and you had to. It was only like a couple of them. It wasn't really that many. So then you had to wait, and it picked you up. Yeah, it was so bad. It was that was I can't even tell you the what the rest of the city looked like. I didn't go nowhere further than that Greyhound station and a hotel that was close because I could never get a cab from the fucking Greyhound. And then we got a hotel and come to find out we was on the host stroll. Bitch, I looked out the fucking window. The bitches is out there pumping on the stroll.
Carmelo Anthony's legal team has filed an appeal.
Yeah, they filed an appeal.
Girl, they gonna deny it anyway, child.
The appeal don't come from them. It goes higher up. It goes out of the.
Child,
It goes out of the area.
they're gonna shut it down.
No, I feel
They're
like
gonna,
that they should at least got sentence that boy on manslaughter
They're gonna shut it down.
and not murder, number
they can
one.
appeal. They can appeal all the way to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and they gonna shoot it down.
because that's trying it. It's
Okay,
no
Callie.
shade. That was
First of
definitely
all, Callie,
manslaughter.
listen. The picture of Callie, first of all, he got grounds for appeal, Callie, right? With the picture of the mother and the father with the
Yeah,
judge and the DA in the picture, it's a
yeah, but
conflict. It's a
it's
conflict.
not going
It's a
in her
conflict of
favor. It's no
interest.
shade. I'm
That was a
sorry, y'all. I'm
conflict.
being
That was a
realistic.
conflict. That was a conflict of interest, and they were supposed to recuse
You see
themselves
what
from being.
Susan said? We are not winning. We are not winning the situation. It's already done.
Girl, well, at the end of the day, you know what?
The
No
day gotta
shade.
end.
I'm starting to see that I see I'm about to take a new take, and I'm not even gonna mask it this go around. Might become a little racist. I don't know what the word is because they say black people can't be racist,
Yes, they
but
can.
I am about to probably get very pro black. Like I mean, it's probably about to get real nasty with me because I feel like that's the game that everybody else is playing, and we as black people are not playing that game, and that's why we're losing.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
We're the judge on the panel that's still trying to be fair.
Yes, yes, and
Callie,
everybody
Right.
Callie, my
else
Like
is
every
comment,
once
doing
in a
all
my
while,
this
we might
comment
shit.
pull a
was for
little
you,
woo woo.
Callie.
We might pull a little
It's
woo
gonna
woo
be
every once in a
appealed.
while, but for the most part, we trying to be the
I
fair
don't think it
judge, and we looking
is.
around like, oh wow, what really? Oh, and y'all in cahoots together.
It's not going to help them,
But all
Susan.
y'all just don't like me. Like now you realize you the one judge that they all against. You ain't done nothing to them.
Yeah, like that's why I feel like we at with this because this is starting to get a little crazy. Like
Both of them was gay.
they're doing everything that they said that they was gonna do to us, and like how we recover back from this is just like it's time. I say it's time. Like no shade, the Black Panthers are reforming. Like the girls are coming outside. It's given.
They got to, or we can just sit here. We
I'm gonna
can
be I'm gonna
complain
be
about it
honest with y'all, and this might sound
and
like
go
really
vote.
really weird, but I've said this from the beginning. I think that the reason why they keep pushing the envelope is because after the last election last November, a lot of the black people said they were sitting it out. And every time they tried to do something to make us engage, to get us back in the street, to get us back to protesting, to where they can try to blame us for things, a lot of black people were still giving no girl, like, yeah, this is what y'all wanted, so good y'all can live in it. I think they keep trying to push the envelope to get us back outside to make this worse. That's just how I feel.
I mean, well, I don't. I think that, and that could be true. That could be true. But my thing is, I don't even feel like we should be baited to come outside and protesting. I'm done protesting. Like at this point, it's like, what are we doing?
At this point,
Like
it's like burn it down.
it's like it's our turn to storm the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Like we,
You can try
No,
that
we
if you
can't.
want. They gonna all
No,
gonna
we
be shot
can't.
right there, dead on
No,
arrival.
but
no, we
okay,
can't.
but here's the thing. But y'all, we gonna be
But we're
dead
dead
anyway.
anyway.
Yep,
Like
Well,
that's what
y'all
I'm
that's
two,
saying.
true.
y'all two, go ahead. Y'all started off.
But my thing is, Miss Susan, whether it's us or whether it's whoever, and see, this is the
No,
part
but
that
I'm
people
saying
have
is
to
y'all.
understand.
I'm saying
I
No, no,
agree with
specifically
that,
y'all
that's
two.
fine because
Lawrence.
No, I'm
again,
just messing.
no,
I'm just
we're
messing
Go
with
out
here,
you.
with a bang. I'm here for it.
we're
I
here,
agree. Go with a
right?
Oh, I'm
bang.
good on that.
Because
Callie, you know you are not
ultimately,
storming nothing.
I ain't storming it, but I agree what
ultimately,
he's saying. Go out with a bang.
Oh,
like
I'm cool
no
on
shade.
that.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna say this. We're not built for that. We were not raised to be built for it, to be completely honest. We were
We're
raised in a
human.
comfortability where they felt like they were over the hump, and now we're getting the glory. So
All y'all that keys, watch my panel for me, please. Hold on, y'all.
The
we
problem
were
is
never really raised to be the radicals and to do all of this stuff that our ancestors did or the ones or the generation before. Remember, we had to be taken all the way to a point. So what we're getting now is taken back to that place. It probably won't be us that storms these places. It may be the next generation or two behind us, but it's
You
going
going
to
over the
happen if we
honey
keep
bun?
going to if we keep getting pushed to where we at, it's like we already getting fucked. We
Mm-hmm.
getting fucked. The way that we gonna get looked at in the history books is the same way that a lot of these people look at our ancestors that came over as slaves and was
Part of
given like, how did y'all let this happen? Why did y'all?
Mm-hmm.
How did y'all let these people take all of y'all? Y'all let them take all of y'all? That's
Mm-hmm.
the same way that they gonna be looking at us with a lot of this stuff that's happening. Like, and y'all was just sitting here just laughing and joking,
Mm-hmm.
and they was doing this right here to y'all. Y'all didn't see it. Y'all didn't see this happen. Y'all was okay with this stuff. We're those people.
Mm-hmm.
We're very conditioned. Capitalism, the thing is the way their systems are, they've been able to hide racism really good under a veil of capitalism. And we bought into capitalism hook, line, and sinker. And so because of that, we bought into their system and their white supremacy. I mean, the unfortunate part about it is I don't even think that I mean, storming the castle would be great. We don't even have to do that. That's the thing. If we understand the system that's actually in control, you know, you could stop the American world engine if everyone just took off for the exact same week. Like people think protesting got to be for months and months. No, if the 13% of the Black American population just did not go to work for 1 week, did not order anything for 1 week. I'm not talking about months. We think, oh, I can't have food. Like 1 week, the whole thing would fall, like all of it. 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take us burning down the White House. It don't take us doing any of those things. It takes 1 week of solidarity of not doing anything. Nobody goes to work. Everybody take their last paycheck, pay their rent, call up their cousins, their aunties, their sisters' house, whoever they got to stay in for that week, rally up, get some food, get some water together in 1 week. And I can guarantee you they'll meet us with our concessions. 1 week.
Mm-hmm. That
It
would
would
be a
bring
nice
capitalism to its knees.
worldwide public announcement if everybody cared. That's
Like it does. Like, I mean, the other route is better. I mean, that's the other thing too. It's we got to think about even the way that they've conditioned us to think. Oh, it's more of them than us. They literally went around the world. It's less than them on the whole planet. On the whole planet. But you don't eat an elephant. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. You don't try to eat an entire elephant at once.
I
But
definitely
you know,
support the financial hit.
I mean,
But see, but
I mean,
for me,
I guess we could have told Marsha don't throw that brick, girl, because you know you should just go and march.
you could take the facetious route if you want to, but we're having a conversation.
Oh, that wasn't towards you, Susan, particularly. I'm just facetious about it now because I'm just kind of over it, right? And I just think that the thing about it is we have to crack the eggs to get to the omelet at this point. Like I don't think there's
But
an easy, safe way no more.
but even the little things that we can do, because the safe things that people think are safe to do. When I get on calls with, like when I was on the call a week ago, a week or two ago, about the gubernatorial race in Georgia. All over this country, there were people over there. There was very few Georgians comparatively, and it's like, where y'all at with simple things? Get on the call. People that said they would be on the call, where y'all at? Not answering, not getting on there and just saying you support her. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And it's like I get that. Like I know in a democratic system, a truly democratic system, right? What a vote is supposed to mean and the power that that means. The reality is that we're not in a truly democratic system. If it was, things that our ancestors fought for, those rights, like we can't even march forward for the next set of rights because now we having to go back and say, oh, that shit our grandfather and grandmama already bled and died for and
Mm-hmm.
got mauled for, we got to go do it again, right? So the system in itself is corrupt. And it's like, well, I'm not saying don't vote because I guess we got to walk and chew gum at the same time. I also think it's a veil that so many of us think that the answer is voting, as if the master is going to say, if you want to take over my house, this is how you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Audre
I
Lorde
think
said
the
it best: the master's house,
But
the master's
it's a
tools will not dismantle his
multi-level,
house.
but
but I think
it's
the
a
bigger
full court
problem
press.
is I think the bigger
Mm,
problem is we have to remember everybody is not equal, right? So
right.
when you got it today, right?
you have to be okay with it might not click with some people the same way it clicked with you, right? So as
Right.
you say, you don't want to say don't go vote, but in essence, you do want to say, voting is useless, right? But
But
we said
it
earlier, I
takes
think
more than one
Obama.
approach. Takes more than one
Yes, I think
approach.
Obama gave the black people hope, right? We gotta tap back into that energy. Like we have to make it feel like it's working. Like you gotta understand the things that, and I often tell you about your facetious, the way you do things. Like I'm like, you gotta stop doing that because you're mad because everybody didn't catch on the same time you did. But now you have to realize that it's gonna take more longer for other people to catch on. Everybody's just not gonna you just because you said the sky's blue, everybody's not gonna believe it.
I mean, that's fair, and I think I get the most one of the things I get most frustrated with is like basically what Susan just said. There has to be multiple ways that we do this, and what happens is, even myself included, one group once they come to the conclusion that their way is the way, they minimize the other ways. Like, no, we
Man,
should be
I
burning
done.
down Capitol and
I support
voting
the Black
and
Panther
marching
movement.
and unaliving their kids
I
and
support if you want to
shooting
boycott
cops when they
something,
kill our
do
neighborhood. No,
something.
go ahead, sorry. I'm sorry, Susan. Go ahead. I'm
No, I was
sorry.
just
I didn't
saying,
mean to
do
talk over you. Go
something. I
ahead.
support everybody. Just do something.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely that, right? Like, I'm not saying if you ain't doing nothing, also don't vote. Like, if you ain't gonna do nothing
Hmm.
else, at least vote. Like, at least.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we're too far behind the race to stop at the at least, especially
Right.
community wide, right? Like, like certain stuff, even we're getting too old. I'm not expecting Susan to be out there throwing bricks inside of windows, right? Our generation is almost too old for that. We need people that can, hey, cook the food and still do the other things because a movement takes everyone involved. Everyone isn't throwing a brick. Some people are working and making money. Some people are carpooling. Some people are voting, writing letters. Like, I feel like we're not as active as we were in the 1960s. Not that the 1960s got us everything that we needed, because obviously it has its own, drawbacks to way it pre, precursive male cis privilege at the head and all that kind of patriarchy
Hmm.
ingrained in that liberation movement
Hmm.
that fucked us up. But I think that I just get frustrated that so many people are content with doing nothing,
But you know what?
or just condemning
What
the
I
other people
said,
that are more angry than they are. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, what I was saying about the call that we were on for Georgia, one of Keisha Lance Bottom's people came on there and she said the, re- the people that signed up to be on the call are quote unquote officials. She said I would. She said that she has more support in the street than she has with some of these quote unquote officials. She said they feel like Georgia, black Georgia and white Georgia is more ready for Keisha, Lance Bottoms, and some of these people that are gatekeeping. She said, but the next
Yeah,
call, there'll be more people because we will be replacing those who signed up to be on this call, and they're not only they're not going to be invited back. It's
yeah,
because sometimes it's just you just got to see who's really with you. Because she got a lot of haters down there. But the people,
yeah,
but they've done their polls. They've hit the streets. They said we have more support than what it looks like, and I believe that. I believe that Georgia is in support of her. But
yeah.
you got hate. She got haters like most people do, and it's black folks. It's us skin folk.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, we definitely know that the country is leaning more progressively because you can always watch the reactionary politics, right? The gerrymandering at
But
this
Keisha's
level,
not leaning as progressive as she used to. She's learning to work the middle.
yeah.
She's learning.
I mean, even if we look at the 1960s as a model, the reason it worked is because you had the Black Panthers, you had SNCC, you had the women, you had Malcolm X, you had Martin Luther King, you had every different type of black agency, black anger, black love, black hope attacking the system in its own way, but all of them was attacking the
Hmm.
system, right? It's like there's a big dragon right there, and all I got is rocks, so I'm throwing those. You got a flare gun, so you throwing flares. This other bitch got a rocket launcher. Like, we're all launching our stuff, but we ought to be
But
launching it at that thing, and not. I can't be looking up at the person with a rock and be like, "Well, hey, why you not shooting a gun? We all shooting guns because all they got is rocks. Let them throw their fucking rocks." But as long as we all doing that at the same enemy, and I think we've kind of lost sight of that. And now we're trying to look over to the left and right and see who's doing the most damage to the system instead of just accepting that
Hmm.
all of us in totality need to do damage to the system.
But America has a way of being the internal terrorists. The government and police have a way
Absolutely.
of terrorizing us to make us fearful. Like, I'm from Philadelphia, and we had the Move movement, who was making moves in
Yep.
Philadelphia and being self-sustaining and everything. So what they do, burn down the whole motherfucking block, kill children, men, women, and children. That's the kind of terror that they would go to, the lengths that they would go to scare us into compliance.
And I think, Susan, I think that knowing those instances is why I get so passionate about my anger toward it. Because,
Hmm.
yes, black people across the diaspora, regardless of how white supremacy paints us, we're the true humans, Homo sapiens. Like, we're truly the humans, empathy, sympathy, all of those things. And we're trying to humanize and empathize with people who do not mind guerrilla warfare, who will do guerrilla warfare on us and teach us that guerrilla warfare is wrong at the same time, right? And it's
Hmm.
like these people will burn down our cities. Why is anybody black telling other black people not to burn down shit? Right? Like these people we will watch as a cop unalives us with a knee in our neck for 9.5 minutes on international television, and then if the neighborhood decides to, even the local thugs, YNs decide to run up on a cop, we're like, oh my God, why are they doing that? That's so crazy. Bitch, what do you mean? While we're at war, we have been at war for 500 years. We have literally been at a silent cold war with white people for 500 years, and we're still trying to think that we can hug them into loving us.
Well, as you and just hear me out, you may see
Yeah.
us in war, right? And what most of us do. And I just see that's what I was just about to say. You
Yeah.
got some people who do not believe we are at war. And okay, let's take this last election. How many black men and women were talking about they were going to vote for Trump?
Hmm.
They don't think we at war.
But and I agree, and I think that's the thing about it, right? We also that's also part of the Eurocentric model, is them trying to teach us that the only way that we can overcome them is if we all come together. But we know that to not be true with our movements, right? Because most all of our movements started in a small community or a small group of people started something, and then what do we do as black people? If I look up and see a bitch running, I'm running first, and then asking what we running from, right? But so they convince us that no, you do it through this. There's a reason why every fucking February they march our little black boys and girls into classrooms and show them that liberation can only come through sacrificing their body through pain and trauma.
Hmm.
But they show white kids that if you want something, you go over there and you fucking take it and you blow them motherfuckers up and you unalive them if you need to. That's what they teach their white
But
side. But they teach us
Gunner,
be docile, be nice.
you speaking about children. Hold on, you speaking about children now. But look, we have Kyle Rittenhouse was 17, just like Carmela was 17. Kyle Rittenhouse wants to go to a protest in Illinois with a high power shotgun and shoot three people. Got found
And it's
not guilty.
self-defense is justified.
Did you see the white boy in Texas, Susan?
Hmm. Yeah. They had on uh
Y'all gonna
yeah.
get
Like that's why I just don't trust a single one of them. And y'all, and this is no shit. This ain't no light skin drama shit. This is just me look just from my personal this from my personal sentence. Everybody else gotta be on that chapter. Like being biracial, being around white people who were my family and watching how they treated marginalized people and different people and stuff like that, and just looking at the
Hmm.
history, these are not a people that we're gonna be able to play nice with long enough to where they be like, you know what? I
They're
think,
right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we should be good now. I think we okay. No, this is a dragon that we have to fucking slay. And all it does is get fatter and fucking fatter the longer we try to play nice and think that we can be laws. Because again, when the Civil War ended, when the World War II ended, Nazis didn't just disappear, they just changed their fucking clothes. These people didn't just say, oh, there's laws that say I can't be a Nazi no more. Oh, there's laws that say I can't be a racist no more. Let me just go be nice. No, some things are like a fucking cancer. If you don't go take that chemo, next thing you know, you got to cut off your leg. Next thing you know, oh, you didn't want to cut off your leg. Now you amputating your whole, now you're a paraplegic. Next thing you know, you just dead. And I try not to have like African pessimism, and I mean pessimism and just be pessimist, because I do think we do got to continue to fight. Like we can't just give up and be like, fine, fuck it, we stuck here, because
Right.
that ain't the way we move as black people, just in general, right? We've proven that in the worst of conditions, we still create culture and thrive. But it's like we have, like, I don't know what the turning point is going to be to where we have the Marsha P. Johnson moment where it's like, no, a brick, fuck it, we tried. And it's like I don't know what, because the system is so elastic that it conditions it. They knew what they was doing. They was creating tokenism and all these things because the concept of the talented 10. If you have just enough that are compliant, they'll keep the other niggas
Mm-hmm.
docile in that back,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we can say, well, oh, it's I mean, it's racist, but look, you got Michael Jordan, this and this and this and this. Tokenism is a function of white supremacy because it gives us a carrot dangle to say, oh, well, it's maybe not that bad. If I just work hard enough, I can be as successful in this thing. But that comes at the expense of black bodies. Capitalism is built off the expense of black labor and black bodies globally. Like it's just, I don't know, I'm just ranting, but I just get so pat. Like I just be sick of just watching how
You
they just
sick and
move. Like we
tired of
just
being
watch
sick and tired.
we just watched a 17-year-old boy get 35 fucking years for what we in all of our hearts of hearts know that black boy was in probably under terror. These white people, kids was picking on him, like, and he defended himself. And he has 35 years, a 17-year-old. I'm watching white adults on there talking about, yeah, I'm glad he's going to
Right
jail for the
back,
rest of his
y'all.
life.
Thank y'all.
And that's a child, right? But let us say that about a fucking 25, 4-year-old. They'll be like, he's just a young man. He's just figuring out his way. Like, man, them white people are sick. And I'm done. I let my plane.
Mm-mm. You good? Yeah, it's one thing for me, like the black church, what they used to do. You can't you can do that for those who want to hear you, but there's so many people who don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. Y'all can still do y'all souls to the polls and all that other shit, but nationally, mm-mm, you ain't gonna get done because a lot of upwardly mobile black folks who go to church, they don't even mess around with the community. This very everything is very ancestral, just incestuous. It's just they don't care enough about. Like you have a black church in the community. One of the reasons why I stopped going to my home church because I kept telling them you can't sit here being fab in this big fabulous building and adding gyms to it and this that and the third, and everyone around us is suffering. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because you can keep coming to this building, passing through all this dilapidation and people in there suffering, and you act like as long as you get in the building safely, they don't exist. Fuck that. It's hypocritical. All you care about is that you
It's
good.
damn
That you
it's
quote
downright
unquote
damn near
saved.
diabolical.
Yeah, but you saved from what?
From what?
Mm,
Like it's just I don't know, y'all. I just get so frustrated. Like I just like in my heart I can feel what black liberation feels like, right? Just freedom, just the inkling of to be. Right, like we talk about ballroom and stuff like that, and those kind of communities obviously have all their problems. You know, we have those problems, but most of us that are in ballroom have experienced that one moment, even if it was a glimpse of what it just felt like to be free, to be yourself, whatever cosplay version of yourself. The lights are on you. Just wow. If the world could just see me, it's just I'm just here having fun, just living. It's those kind of
mhm.
glimpses and moments, and it's like the world can literally be that way without white people.
I'm looking at this stupid ass ballroom this nigga's building on the fucking White House grounds. Ridiculous.
A UFC fight in the middle of the fucking like niggas is
Mm,
out here can't even afford gas. Gas is $5, $6. Like people are hungry and losing their apartments, and the motherfucking president is building a $1 trillion ballroom and having a UFC fight on the front fucking lawn. And
They
we're
said
just like,
they say everybody gonna show up in rainbows and flood the events.
and everybody that has a piece of building that thing is giving him some kickback. You know he's making money off of it.
like all the stuff they told, like, and I think that's the part of it that's just also the mind fuck. It's like even on the Democrat side, like all the stuff they told us couldn't happen, shouldn't happen, legally won't happen. We're watching happen. Like all, it's almost like we were get because black people have been
Couldn't
saying that
possibly
the
happen.
laws ain't
Yeah,
right
it's
and shit is
happening.
fucked up and corrupt forever. And we had different people, allies, whatever party you affiliated with, telling us, no, it's not that bad. Yeah, that person did a little bit, but it's not that bad, right? Like we're gonna impeach him. Like Bill Clinton got hit, that's bad, or Obama wore a tan suit. And now we're seeing that none of that shit really ever really meant any fucking thing. Like, where are even on both sides, even the Democrats or the Republicans, whoever, like, where are they at? Like, why are y'all not having sit-ins and protests and doing all that shit every fucking day? Because y'all benefit from the
Mm-hmm.
system. It's y'all benefit while complaining about it.
Right.
Like all them motherfuckers over there doing insider trading and everything. Like they getting rich and acting like, oh, that's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said all the time, like the Republicans are just fucking fascists, and the Democrats are just oligarchs. Like they believe in capitalism. Like they just want a capitalist class, and it's like, but those people who really study financial system, while yes, you can make their argument that capitalism freed a lot of people, but capitalism is the first thing that turned people's labor into capital, and we're the first capital. Capital requires a working poor. It requires people to suffer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
But yeah, so
Mm-mm.
plain landed.
We don't
35
realize
fucking
what the state that we're in, especially as black folks. We feel like we have overcome because we're able to buy certain things and yeah.
the frog in the pot of water fable, where the water's boiling and you throw a frog in it, it'll instantly jump out because it feels the heat. But put a pot in a pail of water and slowly raise the temperature. It'll keep adjusting until it stays in the water too long and dies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
We've gotten really resilient. We just keep adjusting and adjusting and adjusting, and we are fucking like we literally watched a lynching. We watched a cop put a knee in a man's neck for like 9 minutes on television, and we still not burning shit down.
Well, freedom isn't free.
It's not gonna cost a few people something.
Yeah, we don't want to sacrifice. That's the thing. We want to sacrifice what we consider comfort.
Yeah. Ooh. But a change gonna come, nephew. I was born by the river. But no. We took over your panel, Maya. Bring it back in. Reel it in.
I'm here now. I'm back. I'm
Mhm.
back. I'm sorry. I was dealing with a whole bunch of other shit. I'm sorry.
We got real deep. Reel it into some mess.
But
Make it
we
fun
don't have no
again.
Malcolms no more. They killed all our Malcolms. Even Minister Farrakhan's now what 92 years old now. Man, old as
That
hell.
man is hanging on
But you
for
know what,
dear.
Susan? You know what's really funny? Me and you talked about this the other day, Susan. Even if some of the people that people want to be around, like I hate when they start saying shit like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson now, because we in this
Child.
situation because of them.
You ain't gonna never hear me
Bitch, listen, we wouldn't even have
call
a crime bill. We wouldn't even have a crime bill if it wasn't for Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton.
for
Here's the
Curl,
thing.
the
Here's the
James
thing. In the
Brown dude.
1960s, during our movement for liberation, you had this Black Power movement, this Black Liberation movement. But then you started having these fashions, and it was social justice. At first, that's the main
Yes.
white pushback. But once the social justice became economic reform and justice, that's when they started killing motherfuckers off. So the Al Sharptons and them realized, bitch, let me not talk about money no more. Let me just talk about let us vote, let us have our schools, let us wear our hair in an afro and go to work and not be fired, and that's all we want. When you start talking about us getting economic justice, they don't want that.
And
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 that's
and,
what it's
and,
going to take
and,
to
and
fix.
I feel like I didn't when he died. I didn't want to just be regular Teray. But listen, the Jesse Jackson and all them, they did a lot of selling out. They sold
Which
a lot of these. They sold a lot of these black men up the river.
yes, and here's the thing. This is why I think movements are need to be always led by the young, because it's natural. I think for most people, as we get older, we're more compliant, right? Our bodies, we can't. You know what I'm saying? You're just more as you just get older, you become more conservative naturally. Just by the virtue, I think, of age. So no, I'm not. We're not YNs running out with our little YN mask on, running through the streets. Me, Susan, Amaya, we can't do that, bitch. We, you know what
No,
I'm
hell
saying?
no.
So we need to step out of the way and allow them to do that and support them from behind. With the Jesse Jackson and all them, once they realized they couldn't do that no more, it was like, okay, well, let me get this bag and push a docile type of obedience progression to like seem like we're making progress, but it really don't do much for real. Like to your point, sellout. Like nigga, no,
because
like you
because
taking
because
now you
because
making thousands and thousands of dollars for speaking engagements and stuff
yeah.
at when black boys are killed, you getting $10,000 like weird shit.
Like I believe when me and Susan were talking, them all that white folks. Let's be very honest. White folks don't care when black folks kill each other off. They don't care nothing about that. Like that be the furthest thing from their mind. If they only get mad at us when we start infiltrating their areas, like selling drugs to them and shit like that. That's when the problem is started. When that crime bill started, when Bill Clinton signed that crime bill, everybody that stood behind him was black.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't give a fuck about no motherfucking black people killing. The black folks was going up there saying, okay, now it's too much. It's too much going on. It's too many people killing each other over drugs and money and hoes and all that. We got to try to figure out something. And they went to them white folks, and them white folks said, well, this what y'all niggas want. Okay.
But here's the thing about it. This is why they fucking devious. They knew they had us when we did that, right? They placed us in a fucking barrel when we started trying to climb out and was being crabs in a barrel and said, look, we need some laws up in this motherfucker that says if you a crab and I'm trying to climb out and do this and you pull me down, then you need to be killed, go to jail, whatever. When the motherfucker that was putting the crabs in there saw that we was relegating ourselves, they said, aha, got him. We're not even fighting to get out of the fucking barrel and recognize that y'all put us there. Like now we are self-policing to the point to where we because they know that they created the hostile environment because that's not a black issue. We all know that crime stats, white to your point when you said they don't care if black people kill each other, white people, especially white class with money, like the real people that really run the shit, they don't really care if white people kill each other either. We just saw that with Ice, and the Ice killed the white lady, and they was like, well, she's a lesbian, she white, it don't matter. Keep going. Hell, they unalived Charlie Kirk. They cried for 3 weeks, and now you don't hear nothing about him from the president or nobody. They don't care about them either. But we get to be the scapegoat,
But see, for me, this is
and then
one
we
thing I've always believed in. Is I don't need to storm the Capitol. We need to storm our neighborhoods. We need to clean our own act up. We need to make it not cool to be to be letting even if you don't own the home, don't let it be run down. Don't let people just tear your streets up. Let's because we used to have pride in our
right.
neighborhoods. Not that pride that builds a gang, but we need to get back to just cleaning up our own, sweep around our own front door. And I think that builds a sense of unity that will spread other places.
Yeah, I,
Spending money in our own neighborhoods or with other like-minded and like looking like folk. We, you know,
I
I
follow this group of I follow this group
mhm,
of people, and they talk about like they again another distraction that white people have created for us is racism. We're spending so much time fighting racism and not enough time
mm,
from to your point being pro-black and saying fuck
yeah,
like it's that's their disease. Let them fight that shit.
uh-huh,
We gonna build on
mhm,
our own. We don't care about like I don't care about their acceptance. I don't care like when we hear like it irks me when we hear about like I see people that will go to a black business and know that you know the girl in there, you know it's hard for her, you know she got 3 kids, you know her, we know all the struggles of our people, and maybe the person in there do got a little attitude that day, which she shouldn't. Good customer service, but you know the stress of this person, right? And you're like, see, that's why I don't
mhm,
shop at black places and never go back. But we participate in white America every day, and they treat us like shit.
mhm,
I ain't never heard a bitch that had the money or the coin, especially like even from my community. If you can go into Nordstrom's or you can go into motherfucking Neiman's and they treat you like nothing, and you can go back the next day, you gonna go back the next day with your coin and show them.
But
mhm,
you know
Like we
what?
were
I'm glad you mentioned that, kind of, because I've been having this debate probably for the last 3 days on TikTok about about when the Chinese man got found out guilty, a lot of the black girls were trying to get it together and saying, "Well, let's stop going to their nail salons. Let's start spending our money with black nail techs." And so the black nail techs came on there and was given like the girls started telling them how they should run their business. And like I told them, you number one, bitch, if I'm a service provider and I own my own business, bitch, you're not going to come here and if I have rules that you don't like, it's okay for you to find somewhere else to go. Like they like,
Sure.
well, y'all need to have walk-ins, and y'all need to do this, and y'all need to do that. And the one girl was like, well, I have children, so she was like, so I'm at work the same way that you at work. She said, you looking at me because I'm a nail tech, like I'm not at work. She said, she like the same way that you have. Lives and things going on at work and stuff going on in your family. And they're like, well, no, you could.
Mhm.
If y'all want us to stop going to the Asian nail salons, then y'all need to do, and y'all need to do. And the black girl said, she's like, I'm not saying that some providers can't do that for you. She's like, but you can expect all of us to have the same kind of the same kind of business model. She like some things work for certain people and certain things don't work for other people. And they're like, well, no, that's why we had never stopped going to the Asian nail salon because until y'all start doing nails like them and until y'all just start letting us walk in and do what we want to do, we gonna just keep going to them until y'all do what y'all want. And the girl said, well, hey, I've been doing this for 8 years before this little campaign happened. So whatever y'all choose to do, it's up to y'all because
Mhm.
my books is full. She said, but you're not going to come. She said, you don't go into a white person's business and tell them that they have to run it this way. And if they don't run it that way, you're not coming back. She said, no, y'all still keep going back. She said, but y'all expect black people to
Uh-huh.
just fold to anything that y'all are saying, and we supposed to just shut the fuck up and just be glad y'all coming to bring us a dollar. She was like, no, I have a business model that works for my business. And if that doesn't work for you as a lady, in corporate America or with children, then go book with somebody else.
Right. See, I think too, I think the truth lies somewhere in between the conversation of both groups
Me
because
too.
I think there is something to be said about the way that we now see professionalism and all this because the respectability politics has been ingrained in us by a culture that doesn't operate with us, right? That isn't part of us. And then I do think there's just people that think, bitch, I can just do whatever the fuck I want to, and there's no type of decorum that has to be had.
Of course. Of course.
I use the example of like listening to headphones, right? In a lot of corporate spaces, they don't allow that. But black people are naturally attuned to music, and music will actually make our day go better. We'll be more jolly, you know what I'm saying? So you negated something because you consider that not professional, but I'm actually a more productive and efficient professional when minding my business if you let me put my headphones on and work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I may say I want that, but we've been conditioned to see that as ghetto or not professional. So you know what I'm saying? I think there's some things that we hope we want to model too much like them. Like there should be like I'm not expecting. It's hard to put in words what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying
No, but,
that we're a
but my
monolith.
bigger picture with
That
them
we're a
is, and
monolith
this
and
is
blackness means ghetto,
in this
but a
conversation,
black
I really, well,
professional
for
don't
them, I
mean
want
three
them
piece
to
suit.
understand. Just because you're throwing money at it doesn't mean that I think that's what definitely black women, and not even older ones, to be honest. For me, it's more of a younger set. I have the thing that as long as I'm throwing my money at you, I should be able to tell you to shut, jive, and dance. And there's some people in their business model saying, hey, my business doesn't work that way. I would appreciate your money if you come here. But if you want me to jump out of 17 windows and fix the roof and fuck your boyfriend and take your kids to school, like bitch, like bitch, I don't fuck what money you giving me. That's not how my business works. Like the one lady, she
Right.
said, well, she said the one lady, the one there text, she said, well, I have an autistic child. She said he has some type of like I guess caregivers and stuff during the week. She said, but I don't work on Saturdays because she's like, I have nobody that can really take care of my autistic son. So she said working on a Saturday for me does not work because she said I do have my child that nobody's able to take care of. They're like, well, you should have thought about that before you started doing nails. And because as a nail tech, why would you not want to be open on a Saturday when most of us is off work and you need to just find somebody to watch your son? She said, I've tried. It ain't like I just like was sitting around here paying it. She said, but I can't, and my child means more to me than somebody coming up in here sitting this motherfucking chair. And see, that's what we talking about. So we don't just keep going to the edge because you girls don't want to sacrifice. You're not gonna tell me to
But you
sacrifice
see,
my child.
but you see what the under root of that attitude is? Like it comes across in black attitude, but that's corporate capitalist elitism from white supremacy operating, right?
Yes.
It's my money. You should bend your will to me. I have the money. I have the resource. So therefore, you are beneath me and should bend to my will. The difference is white people do it in a different. They perform the same fucking behavior. They
They
treat us the
do.
same fucking way. They just do it in a nice, nasty way that we're now being conditioned to see as the professional way or the
Mm-hmm.
structured way. Janique will come in there and she'll be like, fuck this place. I got the money. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Karen calls her homie down the street that can pass a law to get your shit shut down.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
attitude, same
I
entitlement.
just hate it. It was like 2,000 comments in it, and everybody, and she was like almost in tears. And I'm like, "Girl, y'all could not tell this girl
Right.
to fuck her child."
No, and I guess maybe that is the part that's frustrating to me, Amaya, is like in those certain cases, like everybody's not meant to run their own business.
Correct.
Because
I
like
agree to
Mm-mm.
I
that.
wouldn't even like that kind of commentary about like, oh, I'm not coming back or you don't like the way I run my business. Like you're going to get that and that shouldn't be something that like if you're again to her point, her book's full and she knows that what she's doing isn't
It
a
works for her,
problem or
right?
issue for her clientele, like I wouldn't give a fuck what random bitch 1 2 3 4 on the internet said about my you know what I'm
And
saying,
I,
but
and
you
I
not
think
come
it's
to my
just
business.
because
You
the
ain't never
conversation is happening right now, and like so many of those, so many, like let's be clear. I'm gonna just be fair about it. It is some black bitches that are pushing back against it. You're like, okay, girl, you just doing it, girl, just you can be against the grain. But then you have some people that are naturally saying, hey, listen, this is the best I can offer you. I want you to come here, but if not, please go somewhere and spend your money wisely. Then you got a bunch of like Gunner said, you got a bunch of bitches like, oh well, bitch, if I and my money said and my money said, no, like it's certain things like, okay, yeah, now if you saying that bitch, I only can do nails at 8 o'clock in the morning, bitch, on Mondays only. Yeah, bitch, a bitch gonna look at you weird. No shade, a bitch is
but
gonna look at you
also
weird.
from the other side of that is like I'm not also arguing with you about how you run your business either. Because if you can
Correct.
only do
That's my
nails at
thing.
Monday at 8 a.m. and I'm not available, like guess what?
I'm
I gotta
going
find
somewhere else.
somebody else to get my nails done.
But
Like,
I'm
here's
not
the
about
other
to
thing
argue with you how
too.
you run your business. I just
But
feel like that your business don't work for me, so I'm gonna go find somebody else where it work for
But
me.
here's the other thing about this too, right? The root of this, we're arguing about something because more than likely it's a limited resource, right? This is what resource depravity does. If there was 10 different nail salons and we all could actually own, like we had abundance and black excellence in black communities and we were actually a thriving community, all codependent on each other and thriving, there would be different outlets. So what happens is you have the one convenience store, the one bodega, the one this, the one that, and everyone has their demands and what they're trying to get from that because it's resource depravity, which becomes more of like it now becomes this self-fulfilling thing that destroys itself.
But
Right,
you know
like
what? But
hold on,
Moderna
and I'll let
said,
my plan because like
go
even
ahead,
to the
go
girl
ahead.
with the child that's autistic, if we had a thriving community, then we probably would have other workers that okay, well, girl, you run this business, I run this. Hey, I got an autistic child. Like we would be more commune, so she would be able to find people. But right now, like most black people that's trying to be entrepreneurs, we really be islands by ourselves. We be on an island by ourselves trying to
Yes, of
convince our
course.
community to come and support us. Right? A
Hmm.
bitch won't buy a T-shirt for me for $40 because she thinks the quality is too low, but she'll go and spend $28 for a Sheen shirt that falls apart in the washer.
Correct. But to
Not knowing,
Moderna's
like
point of
we
view, and
can't we
I'm
can't
really
start
with this. Argue with somebody about their business is not something that I'm just. That for me mentally, that just doesn't even correlate with me. If I come
right.
to Moderna and she said that I do nails this way, I charge this for this length and this for that length. If it's something that I feel like that I'm in agreement with, I spend dollars when I'm in agreement with. I'm not going to sit on no social media platform and argue with you for 20 days and 20 nights about what you should do in your business and then girl and then tell you when you wrong and how I think and how you spread your business. Well, girl, because I told one of the girls, I said if you got the whole sauce figured out, if you got the whole nail salon game figured out, I said why you don't go do it?
Like Amaya, I'm not gonna lie. Like in Detroit, like you already know in Detroit, like everybody go west to get everything done.
Yeah,
Like, and I think the problem is too. Like in our city, is a lot of our hairstylists, mainly the hairstylists, they want to charge you like they celebrity clients. And
correct.
it's kind of like that's not fair. If I've been your usual this whole time, Why am I getting charged $1,000 because you do Cardi B hair, or you do this, like you charging me even a traveling fee? I'm up the street. What is you charging me a traveling fee for? Like
But you know what? But
that.
that's the same way for me. I say, and I tell you, our dollars speak more than
Move.
our attitude
Word up.
sometimes.
Come here. Word up. Come here.
If you don't respect my dollar, I will take it somewhere else because I'm not going to tell you whatever you. And I tell people this all the time. That even when I will call somebody, like I go to an Asian nail tech guy because he just works best for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
he does it.
Word
He's
up.
done
Come.
all the girls in
Sit
my
down. Sit down. Sit
family.
down.
He's one of the
What's
rawest
the
nail
mom?
people in the city. He's
Sit
very
down.
inexpensive. I don't go in there with no bullshit and all of that. But the black girls, now when I was in Atlanta, I had a black guy nail tech. Even though he was way more expensive, I went to him because it was quality work. You know what I'm saying? He was in the community. I
Mm-hmm.
liked even though his shop was attached to his house, he treated you very well. You know what I'm saying? You was always very comfortable there. You know what I'm saying? He offered you water, this and the other time. I didn't mind paying him my 150, 200. I just didn't. Because I know that by me working in retail and I'm always moving boxes and moving money and registers and stuff, the other people when I went there where they nails, the nails be breaking off or falling off or this and another. With him, I keep that set of nails on for a month and nothing happened to it. So I paid for the quality of work. And like I heard a lot of other nail techs say, like people want 1999 prices in 2026, and that's also not feasible. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to be very clear at the fact that product is more expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like the gas is more expensive. It's more expensive to have lights
Mm-hmm.
on and rent for
Everything.
shops and all that kind of stuff. This is not 1999. When in 1999,
Correct.
this nail shop might have been $500 a month, but now in 2026, it's about this same nail shop might be $3,700 a month.
But
You know what I'm
I
saying?
also
Like
feel
so, it's
like
Correct.
completely different.
Cause like even with
I
a
also
haircut, right? Like as men, like we complain now, like of course, growing up in the '90s, haircut $10, $20 with a tip,
Yeah.
right? But now we're
Hmm.
like, oh, bitch, you want to charge me $100? But if you really think about it, in today's economy, as a barber charging $100 a head, maybe doing 6 to 8 heads a day, $800 a day, spread across your 5 days plus your slow days, you really at a $90,000, $100,000 a year salary. Is it
Yeah.
asking for too much? No,
Yeah.
not in 2026. What do we
It's
expect you
And
to
I
not.
do?
think
Still be cutting heads for $10, basically making less than minimum wage, but really providing a service to the community?
But I also feel like the problem is too, a lot of these girls that's well, hairstylist wise, are not as skilled as the ones that used to be hairstylists. Like
exactly.
it's a lot
I
of
can
them that's
understand that.
overcharging, but you not braiding my hair. You picky on what oil I put in my hair. What if I'm allergic to the oil that you put in my hair? You know what I mean? It's no communication. Then you want to put your homegirls in front of me and I'm coming on time. But then now you saying that, oh, well, I got to take a break. Oh, you might have to reschedule. Or you already took my fees. But like this one girl, she said she had took my fee, but she was on vacation on the day that I had to get my hair done. Like a lot of them be trying to maneuver around everything, and I feel like that shit just not professional to me. But you
It's
want
not
all this
professional.
money.
It's not
It's
professional, and
not
that means,
professional,
but
and I don't mean to disrespect when I say this, so take it very lightly. But we're also a dummy if I keep going back to you, and I know you don't provide the service I want.
Oh
correct.
no,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
I
going to
don't go
say.
back to them after that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And my thing is,
because
and
you
my thing
pay
is,
people
and
for bad
I think I
behavior.
just try to give grace to black business. So even if I go there, like if I go somewhere one time, you got one time to really show me how you treat me. If I go to this bad, I'm not going. If I know that I do not run to the internet every time Neiman's treats me bad, every time McDonald's treats me bad, every time a white business treats me bad, I know I don't run to the internet every time. Why must I do that the first time I go to one of our businesses and get bad business? Right?
Correct.
It's something to be said about the way that we viscerally attack our own, knowing what it takes to be black in America, knowing what it takes to try to be a black entrepreneur in America. I'm not saying that that's an excuse for bad service, but imagine a black individual trying to start a business with all that it costs to just be a black person, all the rigmarole you got to go through to have your business, all the things that compile with your blackness. Yeah, I might have a badass attitude today because I'm chasing my dream and this shit is tiring as fuck. And bitch, I'm a black woman, I'm a black man. I got called a nigga on the way to my job today. The cops looked at me weird when I opened my own shop. So yes, I'm under some shit. So me personally, I try to go in with some grace because we're not starting at the same place as whiteness. We're way behind the starting line. and it takes
Yeah.
it's going to take a little bit more. So there is some grace to be had there, I think. And I just think that we've been conditioned to overly judge ourselves very, very harshly. I do not see white women talking about the white women going out and being in those ugly ass thong flip flops at the bottom of their shoes, bottom of their feet being black, right? They are not doing a national campaign, but black people have a national campaign about whether a black woman should be outside with a bonnet or not.
Yeah,
Well, my
I
thing
argue
is,
that down to the ground.
but also white women. My thing with white women, how they maneuver. Period. They always keep everything in the house, as they say. Like they don't really have everybody in their business, but you know their business. So it's like with black women, it's kind of more out loud. Like they make it more
But see, that's
noticeable
the
to like the
problem,
eye.
though. Because let me tell you something, and I'm gonna give you an example. And I think that just comes with generational turns. Because like I gave this example on Bingo before. My father is 78 years old. He turned 78 in April. I remember when he first bought my BMW. Me living in a generation where we are very social media forward. I just posted my car because everybody's seen it, and I just thank my dad for being, an amazing person that always keeps saying about me. Because most adult parents don't do shit for you. My daddy, somebody told me, my dad don't have social media. Somebody told him that it was up there, and he called me like, take that shit down. You don't want people in our business. Our parents come from nobody being in your business. Everything was
Mm-hmm.
in house. And then now we're in a situation because we're in the social media world, is that we feel like we put a lot of things out there. But to your point, a lot of other races, they have these conversations, but for some reason they seem to have them in places where we don't really be paying attention. And so we end up looking like the root of like even this nail tech situation. All of the white women are on these posts like kind of gagging because they like, girl, instead of y'all even trying to figure it out, y'all done took the Chinese people shit and then came at each other. Y'all not even trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out even a decent way, because what y'all doing here now, y'all not saying, well, let's try to figure out some stuff. Y'all saying, well, bitch, you better do what the fuck I want, because I'm paying you my money, bitch, and you better do it, bitch, and bitch. And so I just think that it's the way that we come at it. If somebody does not work for you, like to Gunner's point, I don't have to rag you down on the earth. I just don't have to give you my money no more.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because when you stop paying people for bad behavior, the behavior changes.
yeah.
Yep.
And I
I think.
agree.
I
I
would-
agree with Gunner to the extent where, give people grace. However, you do have to remember to some point, you're a business owner, so you're competing in the market. And you're competing
Correct.
in a market with other business owners who are not, product is the same as someone else's product. So now I'm going to service. If your service is bad, then I got to go to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I totally get it. It depends on kind of what the interaction is, and I will try to stick with a
And it
black
depends
business.
on the region because, like, I tell you, like that
And it
conversation.
depends on what the service is. Because
Yeah, because like,
to your point, black women don't let everybody do their nails. So there
no.
isn't as much
Mm-hmm.
substitutes as one would like. You're gonna go to that
But
say,
but see,
I
but
used
you
to
know
do a
what? But
nail tech and she was rude as fuck,
That
but
changes
I had
here.
to go. What's the best one?
That changes here in Detroit. And see, Taylor's here. She's over here for me, so she knows. Here, the same way you can find a church and a liquor
On every
store,
block.
you can find a nail tech, a
A
beautician
boutique.
on every
But
goddamn
not
corner.
everyone is gonna work for you though.
No,
And that's the
but
part
see,
of working for
but see
you
that,
that
but that,
matters.
but that's the point. Because just because, and it's okay. I think people sometimes get it because we get this like from to what Gunnar said. Sometimes we get this loyalist thing in our head that we don't know how to shake. Like at the end of the day, I do want to patronize your business, but if you don't work for me, I'm gonna take my money somewhere. I'm not gonna feel like because you talk to me like shit. You got rap music up and weed on and something. That I'm so loyal to you that I'm gonna keep giving you my money. I ain't that loyal to
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah,
And see
you
this
have to be
like
able to
it,
compete.
even with that, right? And I think that's the one thing I do like about quote unquote a free enterprise market, right? Is it doesn't require me to drag your business. It just
No,
requires me
no.
not to fund your
Mhm.
business. And
Correct.
because to your point, I know I got friends who like a place where they can smoke their blunt while getting their hair done.
Yes.
I'm gonna say your business isn't for me, but let me call my sister because I think my sister would like you, right? Because I
Yeah.
recognize that their business being ran that way and maybe even their interaction with me, again, if I have that grace, it isn't personal. That's just them and how they run their business. So it's not for me. They're not being like that because it's like they woke up today and said, I want to be rude to Rico if he comes into my shop today,
Right. Right.
or
Right.
I
Right.
want to smoke
Right.
a
Right.
blunt when he comes into my shop today. No, they were already doing that. I came into a space that wasn't for me, but I know people that it is for. So instead of downing it, I will send my girlfriends that I know that's for over
Correct.
there because I still
But on the
support their
other side
business.
of that
I,
though, on the other side of that, we as black people think that, oh, I can go to Rico shop and smoke because that's my bro. That's my nigga. He
That's
gonna
the
be cool
problem
with
But
it.
too.
no, but see, that's for me to
That's
correct
also
them. And
an
when I
issue.
correct them and they decide not to spend money with me,
Yeah,
that's
but you,
fine.
but
Because
I'm
guess
saying
what?
like, but
My
like, but
homeboy AJ do
it's
allow you to
always an
smoke in his shop, so
excuse.
go spend money with him. And then we'll all meet at Amaya's bar later and have drinks together. You see how the
But
money
when a
Right.
still
black,
stayed in
I
the
get it. But
community?
when a black business falls short, that generally, with a black person, and a black person is complaining, that generally is the thing. Where it's to, well, come on, bro, you know what's up. To your point, you know, you want grace, but the thing is you can't keep taking advantage of that grace. And
Well,
now
I
you
just
don't
feel
now
like
yeah,
it's no
now
point.
you
you
don't
It's
don't
have
have
grace
to
for
give the grace.
every customer you had today. That's the
I
But
just
issue
I
feel
think,
like
but
because
again,
too.
most
I
of your
think
business is not going to progress.
But again, I think
I th-
again to further that conversation, right? Fine. They now they don't want to come to Rico's shop because I'm not going to let them smoke weed. What I think that happens again in our community is we know that whiteness is against us
Mhm.
categorically, right? Okay, so Rico's shop wasn't for me. Why are you saying, okay, fine, I'm going to run back to the white shop? You know that I might have just had a bad day. I'm not necessarily not for you. I'm not against you, right? I'm not for you, but as a black person, I'm not against you. The white people are against you. So why not just spend the time trying to find the next black person or the black shop that works for you? And we know we'll get, oh, well, I tried two or three. Yeah, you tried two or three, but you've been going to white institutions being treated like shit your entire life. I can
Mhm.
never, I will, there is no treatment from black people that would ever make me think that something that's not black is a better option for me.
I just feel like it's a way of criticizing people without dragging. Like I could give you my advice on that's not for
I can
me. I
critique
don't
you
want
without
it.
without trashing you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without trashing you because it probably not for me. Like you charging the way that you charge, you probably a great ass style. Like I said, with us being in the city, it's a lot of great ass hairstylists
It
around this
is.
bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them do be on bullshit. Will I
They
say
do.
that they design? I mean, they hairstyles is trash? No. But when it comes to certain things, I am gonna critique it. But I'm still gonna promote them. But that's just not for me. I don't want to go over there. It's ways of doing it without dragging a business.
Without
Like,
Right.
trying to tear them
Yeah.
down and making it
Agreed.
seem like they're less than or they're not shit. Like I come from the fact I come from a line of my aunt and my sister were very 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 prominent hairstylists here in the city. So I saw how those shops were ran and how they were ran. And I'm gonna be honest, my aunt ran our shop completely different than how my sister did. So that's why they never worked together. Um, but. But I see the differences in how people do stuff. I remember, I mean, you from here, so you know who Cool C is. Cool C is my cousin. I remember
mhm.
when he was starting out, how people, because he was a male hairstylist and he wanted to branch out and start doing, like making like spritz and hairsprays and shit like that people were dogging him out because of it in the city. It wasn't because they're like, well, oh, you trying to do that white shit. No, I'm trying to expand my business. And of course, now it's 20, 30 years later after him doing it and he's a millionaire, people are like, oh, you were smart to do it. But when he was doing it, y'all were tearing him down because it wasn't giving you what you wanted and what you were used to being at regular salons.
That's like Amaya. Remember Goldie back in the
Uh-huh.
day?
I knew Goldie from my
Yeah,
since I was a kid. Yeah.
my mama, she used to be like real close with them and stuff. Goldie and what was the other one?
Reggie and all of them.
Yeah, that like cause one of them died in a
Yeah.
motorcycle accident, wasn't it? Who was it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they all like my mom used to be real close with them. Everybody loved their hairstyles, but a lot of people didn't like their hairstyle because they was old school. But guess what?
Yes,
They
they're
made
very
sure
old
your
school.
hair was healthy as fuck. At the end of the day, you could never complain and say that your hair wasn't healthy. But
Your
like I
hair
said,
was
people,
growing. It was
yeah.
growing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me tell you something. They had a shop here right by my house. And you might remember because I'm sure you old enough to remember to even hear the name of it. The shop was called Billy Joe's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Billy Joe's is on Greenfield and Grand River. Nobody knew, Latoya Pearson, the hair commentator?
Billy
Yeah.
Joe's is a thing.
That's her, that was her salon. Billy Joe was her name when
Oh,
she was a
okay.
boy. Yeah, Billy name was Jody was her name when she was a boy. But it was a predominantly LGBT salon. Now, was they in there wearing the girls' hair out? Yes, God. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they had all the famous gospel people that came in there, all the drug dealer girlfriends were in there. But for some people, because it was a predominantly LGBT space, so the girls would be in there, still thinking like they at the club instead of figuring out that we was at a beauty shop. It wasn't for some people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then she had like Latoya Pearson when she was like running the shop, she had to tell them like, hey, this not the post on Friday night. This is
Right.
an establishment. You know what I'm saying? We don't have just gay customers here. We don't have just trans girls coming in here. You got people coming here from all walks of life, and they should be able to feel comfortable in this space. Just because you
Mm-hmm.
had an LGBT stylist, don't mean y'all should be in here slapping hands, passing blunts, and talking about what boys dick y'all sucked last night all through the
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking shop. And people had a problem with it for years. Like people were like, oh, well, girl, she was trying to assimilate. She said, no, I'm trying to run a business. And she said, I'm not running a gay bar.
It's a time and place. That's all it
Yeah, like,
was.
So then I
you
got a
walk in there,
question. I
when
got
you
a
walk in
question
there,
for
it's gonna
that. I
tell
got
them
a
what kind of
question.
conversation you would have in there. Like, bitch, you'll come
Question.
in there and be like, oh, y'all sucked that dick last night. He busted me. Oh, bitch, and you be like,
Cause
girl,
some people
excuse
don't want to
me.
hear that.
And so then, Gunnar, how does that play with respectability politics? Because essentially, that's what that is in that shop.
See,
No,
I
I
think
It
don't
there's
think
is.
that's
there's a I
respectability.
You
think there's
not
a
being
fine
that
authentic
no,
and
because
being
the shop
unauthentic
I
though,
think
owner.
there's a fine line between
because it's
decorum and
business.
respect. But there's a fine line between decorum and respectability politics. For instance, if y'all remember, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, they started a lot of the clubs started saying no basketball shorts, no sagging, no this, no
Yes,
that.
yes,
Right?
yes, yes,
Instead
yes.
of saying what everyone could wear, they pointed out specific things that specific people like to wear. Right? That becomes respectability politics. Right? When you do something like you can't have natural hairstyles, but you don't consider how white people's hair grow as a natural hairstyle, but you allow
Mm-hmm.
them to have their hairstyle, right? You That's respectability politics when you're molding what it looks like after a particular aesthetic or a culture, disregarding the other culture. But saying, okay, this is
So,
my salon,
so what you
we
personally
all
feel
wear
is
this
respectable
case,
is
huh?
what you're saying. So what you personally feel is respectable is how you're molding it. Is what you're saying. Is what you're saying.
I'm thinking it's more so. I'm more so about uniformity, right? It's not about saying, okay, like for instance, I'm not going to say guys can't wear sandals, right? Because now there's genderist, right? But if I say I
Hmm.
have a tennis shoe rule for everybody, then I'm not picking and choosing who gets to show up as themselves and who doesn't. Everyone is showing up in uniform. That's why I
Hmm.
like uniforms in workplaces, because it's like now it's not, you're not saying, oh, you can't wear your African print shirt, but he can come in
Yeah.
there with his bubblegum print
Yeah.
shirt on, right? You're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
picking
Yeah.
and choosing. No one can have on something that's printed on their shirt. We all must
Like
have on
how
Rico's
men
Hair
can't
Salon
wear
logo.
hats
Boom.
in the
And
building,
see,
but
But you
but
know,
see,
in a
women
lot
AJ,
of
can.
but
songs,
AJ, the problem is this though. The problem with that shop was this. At the time, you're talking about Detroit because no matter how people feel, this is probably one of the biggest hair capitals in this country, right? And you
Hmm.
have, but we also have very large sects of people, like the gospel industry. It's a church on every single corner. Every gospel artist, almost most gospel artists that are your favorite, either came from here or lived from here.
My
And so at
pastor
the
comes from
and
Chicago.
but
No,
at
no,
that
Detroit though.
it's Detroit all day because most
Okay.
of the people you name are from here, and most of the churches are essentially located to this salon. And a lot of these women, the Karen Clarks, the Vicky Winans, the Yolanda
mhm.
Adams,
That's what you
all
said.
these
Hmm.
people were coming to this shop. So
Hmm.
we're not saying don't be yourself and don't be gay because the shop is based is lean towards LGBT. But Karen don't want to hear you talking about sucking dick over her head.
But you're
I
not
think the
about to be
thing
talking
is
about
too.
sucking dick when Karen is in your chair
But
either.
they were doing it knowing who was in there.
That's nuts.
But my
And
thing is
that's why
too.
Latoya Pearson
Not
got
the
on them so
bishop's
bad.
wife.
They don't
Uh,
care. They didn't care. They were gonna slap hands, do cocaine in the bathroom. It was at a point when Latoya Pearson was getting really, really big and commentating that she wasn't stopping by the shop more. And when she was starting to get a lot of these people coming at her like, girl, we really want to keep
What was she
patronizing you.
commentating?
She was a hair show commentator.
Okay.
mhm.
All the big hair shows in the country. Like she was going international. Like she had got
Hmm.
really big in that, and so of course she was getting a lot because she was on the mic. She was getting a lot of clientele to come to her salon, and she had
Hmm.
some really good stylists in there. Like the hoes in there was doing hair down. But you
Hmm.
look at a place that this city, as big as this city is for drug, is as big as this city is for church.
I
So
think
so
the
when you
thing
end up,
was too. I
go
think the
ahead.
thing was too was that like a lot of people when they in shops, they feel like that's their safe place. So like they know they could talk to their girlfriends a certain way, regardless of what shop it is. Like so, I feel like they
That's
still need
Now,
to
true.
know it was a time and
They went too
place.
now,
far.
It's
hold on. Well,
yeah.
I will
Because
say
I
this,
went there,
right?
and I used to tell them all the
Generally,
time
it's
they
a
were
safe
going too far.
space.
This is what I will say. This to me, to your point, AJ, would be respectability politics, right? If in that
Mhm.
salon, if the cis women or the straight women can talk about the fine man that they did what and what with, but you just don't want the gays to talk about who they did something with, now
No,
you're
because it's
venturing into respectability politics, right? Because you're allowing space for one demographic because it's palatable, but the equal for the other demographic is not allowed.
no, in
Yeah,
some
That's
she
in
isn't working
some
at
in
respectability
all.
some
politics.
style in
That's
some
fair.
salons they
I
don't
see
play
that.
that either because especially if it's
No, I'm
kids
saying
in
that,
there.
and that's what I'm saying, Taylor. I'm
Yeah.
saying that's fine. If you have that rule across the board, then yeah, that to me that's not
Yeah, and
respectability
she
politics
did.
because
Okay.
no one
Yeah.
But
can
when
do
you
that.
have
But if you're
different,
allowing one
yeah.
group to do it, it's like us as black people. Like a white boy could have his hair, his little funky mohawk or something, but if we show up with locks, the school is telling us to cut it because it's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're trying to conform this, where you provide space for the other, and
Like
you're providing space to the. Go ahead.
you see that controversy that they talking about with that one football player painting his nails, and I guess Boosie has said something about it. Like,
Yes.
I'm so tired of
Yeah.
hearing that name.
Yes,
yeah,
I
and I
remember
was
it.
like,
I'm so
I'm
So stuff
like,
tired.
like
what
that,
is
that's
the
a form of
problem?
respectability politics, right? Because it's now gender performative politics, right? What can a male gender perform? How does he show up as a male? And so that's performative. It's not about character, right? Like even what's professional in the workplace. Like the idea of a three-piece suit cannot be the only respectable thing that's professional because in my culture, if I'm Swahili, what if I wear a nice clean cut caftan, right? It's
Hmm.
iron, it's my whole body's covered up, it's professional, but you only want me to wear this particular culture's garment, that becomes respectability politics. Like for me, is any if I can look at anything, any rule you're trying to push, and we can find that it's tied into the oppression of of a marginalized group and it's rooted in a stereotype, then you're telling me to be performative.
Because nobody have a problem when Josh be painting his nails and wear crop tops, and they say that he
But see,
did that all
but
day
see,
long.
the problem with Boosie that I don't even get into the logistics when it comes to him because these are the same people that will team up with him when he said something about those neo files. And I asked the question. I said, Arsha, are you the same? Because he brought kids up again when it came to that neo filer. And I asked him. I said, remember y'all how y'all kept telling me and telling us that it's about saving the kids and making sure the kids okay. I said, yeah. I said, so y'all did not care about Booty kids? And he said, what do you mean? I said, he openly admitted that he let his child become molested. Because if you pay the prostitute to have sex with your underage child, that is rape.
That because
I said,
Maya, like
do we care about
real
the
quick
kids when
before
they straight or gay?
because I gotta go back to work. But
Uh-huh.
that's like I feel like Boosie is picky and choosy because one minute you talking about oh my son can't smoke weed, he can't be like me, but he can have sex with as a 12-year-old with a prostitute that's like in her 30s.
Correct.
Like you need to pick and choose your battles. Like
He
you
doesn't.
can't
He
say
pick. He pick whatever content is going to push him for the day. Because the same way
I
he's
think
saying no trannies and he don't like the LGBT stuff, but then he also would say, well, I wouldn't. Because somebody asked him would he disown his child, and he said no. Then his daughter come out as lesbian, and now he don't speak to her.
hmm
I mean, but how could
like
you?
his thing is easy. His thing is every what do you call it, projection is a confection. Like he's a little too tied into it. I'm not saying the man
He's a
gay. I don't know
clickbaiter.
what
Correct. He's a
I don't
rage
know
baiter because
what it is.
everybody know that rage makes money.
Yeah, and you've chosen this particular marginalized demographic, which is what most people do. Most That's why
Of
real good
course.
comedians are comedians who punch up, not who punch down. Like society already punches on the people that are down. So why do your jokes got to be on them? If you're a good comedian, you're going to be able to punch up and challenge the status quo. Like there's so many other people he could be attacking. He could be attacking white corporate executives that won't let him run his own record label, that stole his money. There's so many other people that he could be attacking right now, but he's like, nope, it's the trannies. They're the
Yeah.
ones.
It's the fags,
It's them. They did it.
which
No,
is
they wasn't the reason you was in
illuminating.
jail.
Which is
They
really
wasn't the reason you
illuminating.
felt like you had to guard your booty. They wasn't the reason for what. They wasn't the reason that you found out your homeboy was gay because he's always been. It was none of it. No.
Mm.
And I think he just what it is too. He's not attractive, and I think that has to be one of the worst things to be a straight man and see that we now live in a world where gay men don't mind hitting on straight men, and none of us that are fine and got our shit together have probably ever hit it on him. And like all his
Yeah, that's the
homeboys
thing.
around him are probably getting hit on, and they like, nah, bro, I'm cool on that. I don't really fuck around like that. And he don't get none of that love, and he feeling ugly as fuck. Like, damn, if gay niggas don't even fuck with me, and I'm straight and got money, I must be ugly.
No
And
shade.
you know he ugly. I don't
That
know. I
nigga
don't
looked
think
like a cockroach
he's ugly.
stepped on and ate up and chewed by a rat, and then spit out and ate by an elephant and regurgitated and left for dead.
But what
Can
we
I be
know is
honest?
that
I
ugly
really
people
do
don't
think
know
that
that
that's
they're
the
ugly.
bane. No,
Hi,
I really
Romeo.
do think that that's the bane, especially of like wealthy. Well, I won't even say wealthy.
Oh, my
Men that
family
have
is
like a
box.
certain level of
Celebrity.
sure, yeah, let's use that. And
Uh
the
huh.
We go with
idea that that's still not enough because like they assume that like okay, I wasn't attractive, I didn't have money, I didn't da 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 da. But now they get all the things that like they think should make them attractive. Like they got the money, they got the cars, they got the houses, and like still women don't want to
and
deal
you
with them.
still
Like
gotta pay
still the
bitches to
people
be
that
around
like
you.
still there's people that don't find them attractive, and that really just grinds their gears. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I mean, and it turns into this projection. It turns into anger. Hell, it's why not all, but many white men in power are still rapists because it's like I got all the like
Mhm.
you know. At the end of the day, even with all
Yeah.
that, it is not your personality that wins over a goddamn thing in the room. And I don't care how powerful you are, how much it feeds your ego. At the end of the day, the human need to just want to be liked and wanted just because you're you is in all of us. And bitch, when you know you got to do all this performative shit to be accepted, that shit eats at you.
It's a grand reckoning of white mediocrity.
Yeah.
But it's not even just white men, because like the idea that Chris Rock thought he had a chance with Rihanna, like it's stuff like that. Like you thought because
I
you
didn't hear
Money will
that.
give you
had
that. Money will
level,
give you that delusion of
you reach
grandiose.
the
Money will
level of
give you that.
celebrity,
It'll
and
make
you
you
had
think
That's
that you're
gotten some
bigger than
money
what the
that
fuck you are. You still gonna die one day, no matter how much money you got. You still
that's
gonna
true.
die.
But no, money will make you think that you have a chance. No
like, and
tea.
in your
Exactly.
mind, and I really feel like that's part of his problem too.
It's the delusion
It's
of
like why
grandeur.
he has like some of the issues he has, like even with the money and the
Imagine,
celebrity he
imagine
has,
being
he
Boosie
still
sneaking
can't
on
get
one
the
of the
women he
apps.
wants.
Imagine being Boosie sneaking on one of the apps and you trying to holler at a
Oh my
butch
god.
queen, you trying to holler at one of the girls, and when you send their pictures, they block you. And you just know, like, if once they see I'm Boosie, they're gonna be ready. And they was like, oh, wait, block.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Ooh,
devastated.
jump scare.
Or I'm gonna up you
Oh,
50 more points. A bitch will ask you
Love
now, why
like
the fuck would you use Lil Boosie ugly ass? And then they block you.
what?
and,
You ain't
And it's
Boosie.
really
Boosie
you.
ugly. Please
and it's
tell me you
really
don't look like him. And you is, oh, it is
Of
really
all
you. You
people.
are cringy.
like how you catfishing with him? The
Why you
fuck?
catfish with Boosie? This ain't no Boosie. Boosie ugly anyway. And it's really you, bitch.
And
Bitch,
then,
you are
and then I'm
going
gonna
in the
take y'all. I'm
bathroom.
gonna
You are
take y'all
closing
another
the
step
door,
further.
and you are
That
cutting your wrist.
once I found out, I think that he goes through this thing too. Any person that was born male who ended up developing type 2 diabetes and wasn't taking care of it for a while. The one thing that diabetes does when you are a born cisgender male, and you are, or like you get older, of course, and you're not taking care of diabetes, but it makes you impotent. And he they had an interview because I went about this lady who ended up bringing him an insulin pen because he didn't have one. He was
Oh
having a really
yeah.
bad reaction to his diabetes, and come to find
Um,
out that he was not for a long time he was not taking care of his diabetes. That lets me know too that a lot of his frustration comes from being impotent.
A mess.
it's a
He's just
lot
ugly.
going on over there.
And I don't even like to call a black person ugly because I feel like there's always within a little bit of anti-blackness, right? But yeah, that man
No,
ugly.
if a bitch ugly, a bitch ugly.
No, because that
That
is
bitch is
alluded to some
ugly.
type of anti-blackness.
Amaya,
I'm
What
an
No,
makes
that's
them
not the
ugly?
anti-blackness.
Like,
theory.
please,
How is
man.
that?
Uh-huh.
Because
Amaya.
we
Moderna, what
gonna
you
go,
said,
we're
Everything
not
Moderna? What
gonna
you
can
said?
be
go
What you
into
said?
that,
anti-black.
like,
I don't
because
believe that. I'm
bitch,
not buying
no, we're
that.
not gonna do that, because that's gonna be a
Everything
that's
can
gonna
be
be
anti-black now. Also, that's
it's
another
gonna be
problem with
rooted
us.
in some level of
Oh shit, okay. I'm
anti-blackness. What are
sorry.
you gonna say? Their
But what
what their
if you
lips are too
call what
big,
if you call a
nose
white
too
person
wide,
ugly? What is that rooted in? They can
No,
be
skin
so
too
ugly.
so
dark? Where are
They
we
can be
going
AJ,
with
ugly,
this?
AJ, the
huh?
reason I say it's rooted in a little bit of anti-blackness because beauty is something that is taught to us, right? And so, because of the way that we've been taught to assess
I get
black
it.
beauty
I hear
specifically
you.
under
I hear
That
you.
Eurocentric
motherfucker
lens,
ugly.
I hear you.
That
he
bitch
is
ugly on
ugly.
the inside
He
and the
is
outside.
ugly.
UGLY. He ain't got no alibi. He ugly.
You
You
agree
He,
with
sure
me,
he is
is
Susan?
ugly.
ugly.
Aunt Susan,
Oh
do
my
you agree
God.
with me,
No.
Aunt Susan, that if a bitch is ugly, a bitch is ugly?
A bitch is
Or
ugly.
no?
Oh no,
Think
no.
that's
See,
what I
that's
You
the
feel
can have
like.
an
thing.
ugly spirit,
See,
yes.
here's
And
the thing, y'all.
everything
No,
can't
you
be
are
No, here's the thing,
physically
anti-black.
y'all understand, AJ.
unattractive.
With me, a little bit
No,
of
but I hear what you're
acknowledgement
saying, that
doesn't
there's a
negate the
difference
thing.
between unattractive and ugly. If you're
But
ugly, it's
what
internal. If
I'm
you're
saying
unattractive,
is
I get
acknowledging
that.
a little bit of acknowledgement doesn't negate a thing. Like I can call a woman a bitch, and I can truly feel that she is a bitch. But I can also recognize that there's some misogyny there, there's some misogyny, or there's some
Right.
That ain't the
patriarch.
same
Right.
There's some of
thing.
that is underlining
You
there, while she is
ugly.
also very much so a bitch.
But
Well,
wait a
what
minute.
if
What if
you?
she called?
What
Wait,
if
wait, wait,
you?
wait. So wait. So what if she calls you zesty or sassy? There's a little bit of misandronism there. Yeah or
That
no?
yeah. But I don't
Okay.
believe no, I don't believe in misandry. Misandry is not a thing. Now, what it is there is homophobia, right?
Wait, wait,
Because
wait,
she's
wait.
trying to
How not?
emasculate
Wait,
me.
wait, 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 wait.
Mhm. Mhm.
Elaborate on that.
Misandry is not a thing, just like reverse racism isn't a thing. There is no power in
Mhm.
misandry. That's just women responding to a system that's pushing on them.
So men don't have the right
Like,
to respond to. Okay. You
no. It's
continue.
not
That's
that we
not what
don't
he
have the right to
said.
respond. Again,
No, no, no. That's why I said continue.
no, I think part of the problem that when we have this conversation, is we jump in out without speaking to it, the collective and the individual, right? We're talking about
Mm,
misandry, we're talking about patriarchy, we're talking about misogyny, we're talking about systems. Holistically, we all participate in that, right? But then we talk about a
mm.
man can't respond back. We're talking about an individual interaction. An individual can respond back to whatever the fuck they want to, but that doesn't mean that how they respond as a collective isn't still complicit to that thing. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
Moderna can come up here and call me all kind of names in the book. The moment I be like, well, fuck you, you black bitch, right? I participated in misogyny war. I participated in all of those things. I might be right in my own response to her because she attacked me personally, but by using that
Mm.
language, I contribute to the overall architecture of patriarchy, misogyny noir, and those kind of things.
Okay,
I
and,
touche.
and, and because and because I don't believe that there's any reverse, there's no such thing as reverse racism. There is no such thing as misandry. Women can call us all kind of dogs, this, that, and the third. But when we walk away
Did you
from
say
them, we
massage
still hold
noir?
power.
No,
Misogyny
Did you say?
noir,
misandry.
Okay,
And yeah.
that's that
Yeah.
Morehouse
right?
shit.
So
He make
misogyny
everything
noir was
black.
coined.
That's that
Misogyny
Morehouse shit.
noir was coined. No, that wasn't coined by Kimberly. No, that was she
See
coined
how you know all the
intersectionality.
people. You see how you
Yeah.
know all the people and
She
stuff.
coined
Yeah.
intersectionality.
She coined. I'm trying to think who coined misogyny noir, but it's the specific.
Actually,
It's misogyny
What's
directed
up,
at
Martin?
the intersection of black women, right? Because
Mhm.
misogyny across the board toward women is one thing, but black women specifically experience a different type of misogyny because of their blackness. So their misogyny is coined misogyny noir.
Massage noir. Got it. Okay,
because
that
it's
makes
lower
sense.
than misogyny
Like it's more
It's
diabolical.
a very
Absolutely,
on the
specific,
totem
yeah,
pole
type
of it
of,
all. Yeah.
yeah.
it's very
That's
Can
a,
we get rid
specific.
of? Can we get rid of diabolical for the last quarter of the year, please? I'm tired of that word.
Yeah, me
Now,
too.
because some shit
So
is
what do you call it
diabolical.
when it? What do you
Have you
call it
smelled
when
your
it's?
farts?
What do you call it
Some
when
shit is
it's? I
diabolical,
guess
son.
it's
I've
just
smelled your
okay.
farts.
Yuck. Anyway, next question, Tamika. What were you saying, AJ? Sorry, before we were really interrupted by my flatulence.
Mm-mm. I'm listening.
Yeah.
But damn, how do we get
That's
there? What
that.
was we at?
But this
Did
this
y'all
is
already
that
touch on this? Did y'all already touch on the Carmelo Anthony situation or
we
no?
can't go back. We can't
Yeah,
go
we
back.
talked on.
Um,
Somebody
Okay,
did
cool, cool,
say
cool.
in the.
No, I was just asking. Did you already touch on it? Okay, we moving
No, we
No,
along.
no,
talked
no,
about
no.
that. Yeah, but
you
somebody
know,
We
y'all
can
did
go
can
say in
back.
talk
the.
about it. I just think that people are gonna have very different outlooks on it. To be honest, I had to me, like, I know me, Nikki, and all of us were having a conversation yesterday, and I
Mhm.
didn't look at it from. I guess I wasn't looking at it from a racial point of view, even who it was. I was just looking. They were asking. It was Moderna actually. I forgot that was you, Moderna. We were talking about what was going to happen with him once he's
Mhm.
incarcerated. Um, and so we talked about it into that form.
Oh, bitch, he gonna be
And
a king in jail, bitch, in
but no,
prison.
he's not. No, he's in Texas. No, he's not.
Oh yeah, you're right. Their Aryan Brotherhood shit is real.
He's going to have a rough first year. And we have to just be able to admit that and be honest. He killed a white person, and 92% of the correctional staff in Texas is white. It's going
Is
to be
nobody
some things.
picking up the appeal?
It,
What
it,
is the
I, I
NAACP
mean, but that
saying?
doesn't mean picking up an appeal
He's
does not
also
stop
been
him
in
from going
jail
to
for a
prison.
year already, right? Yeah, before
But
his
he's
trial.
that, but that's the county jail. See that time is different from the county jail in prison. So like
So it don't
he
count.
does.
Heard you. Heard you.
It,
Heard you.
it, it
Heard you.
counts.
Got you.
It counts, but
Oh,
it does. But when you're
It's not
doing
the
time,
same.
it's completely different. He and then like Moderna. I remember she said yesterday, she's like, I wish that some of the black guys can come around and like kind of protect him and be a shield
That
for
was
him.
me.
Oh
That was
yeah, that was
me.
you, Susan. Um, but see, but being in when you're in prison, they are the CEOs are in control of you. So if they want to beat you up, if they want to stop you from getting mail, if they want you to stop you from having visits. I remember when I was in Ohio and I first went to prison, and they put you in this van and everybody's cuffed, and you get to the reception center. And one of the guys on the bus said, y'all need to shut the fuck up because when these two CEOs get on the bus, if y'all talking, they ain't gonna play with y'all. And these two big Samoan CEOs got on the bus and let us know. He said, how many of y'all are new? We raised our hand. And he showed us like the a chair, a desk, a book cabinet, and he said, you see how they all have numbers on the side? And we said, yeah. He said, y'all are just like them pieces of furniture. Y'all got a number. And they cut your hair off. Y'all all wear the same socks, the same drawers, the same shirt, the same pants because
Yes.
they want to take away your form of identity.
it's a mental
And
thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
being in Texas and him being a high profile case, his first year is going to be rough. After his first year, he's going to be able to smooth through a lot of things and people won't pay him no attention. But that first year is going to be difficult because of the level of how exposed his case was.
How prolific it is. Got it. So,
Mm-hmm.
question to
Mm-hmm.
you as a person who's been in the system, right?
Yes.
Like, do you really feel as though, like, because I know in Texas, what you got to serve 17 of that, right?
Yeah.
At
It's
least
More.
a,
before before he's eligible
it's a
for
half of it.
parole, if I'm
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
said 17,
Actually,
like
then
17 and a
you
half
got to
years.
remember when you go in front of the parole
17 and a
board.
half. Oh, I did my math wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be the only person up here that's
35
had
years.
to
Yeah.
sit. They had to sit in front of a parole board. You have to remember that when you sit in front of a parole board, so many things take
Into
precedence
account.
when you are in front of those people. I remember, and Nikki will tell you this because she did that with me when I did my last 5 years. I went in front
Mhm.
of the parole board, and a lady because a lady knew that I was not from Illinois. She said,
Mhm.
"Well, I won't grant you a parole if your family won't come pick you up from prison."
Well, your mom was coming to get you. Shit.
Well, they were, but she didn't know that.
I know
It was
that,
just
bitch. We go back. I know your mom was coming to get
but
you.
because she was so big, like she every time I went in front of the board, she would put another obstacle in front of me
Another
Like
barrier.
moving the goalposts, or yeah.
for me to go home. Like I was in
Oh.
cosmetology when I was in prison. She said, "Well, it's good that you're going to school. I got my second college degree in college, and I mean in prison. I got my second bachelor's, and I got a cosmetology license." She told me that because I went to cosmetology school, she wanted to make sure I wasn't just doing it to prove I was going to be good, so I couldn't get a parole if I didn't get a if I didn't go take the state board and pass.
Wow.
And
Like
look
that's
at
what
and
they
think about
do.
this. Think about how diabolical
That's
that
wild.
is, sis. Imagine him, right? He said not guilty. They found him guilty. He still
Mhm.
proclaims his innocence. Imagine when you have the parole board, all
If
that is
he
part of your
tells them
live record.
if he
They
tells them
tell
that
you,
he's
I'm only
innocent,
going to let you out
yeah.
if you say you're sorry for what you
Oh
did.
yeah.
This
They're
Yeah.
entire
not gonna
time I have been telling you I am
they're
innocent.
not going to let him out. If he goes in front of that parole board in 17 years and say I'm innocent,
They're
he's
going to
gonna get
keep
a
him in
flop.
there
He's gonna
because
get a
you
flop.
haven't learned your
For
lesson,
sure.
boy.
For
You
sure.
haven't learned your
So,
lesson,
For
so
sure.
boy.
okay. Next question. So, do you think that there's any way that this could be like expedited to the Supreme Court, or no? How do
I
we
mean,
get
it's a
that
Expedited,
appeals
process
no. Can
started?
it
They
get
process.
can
there?
for an
Yes.
appeal. They can
Expedited,
appeal
no.
this. They can appeal this.
They can appeal, but when
They
you gotta
already
listen to the word
appealed.
he said. He said
They
expedited.
already appealed.
And they expedite, but see
I
that
don't
goes
know
to the
about
appeal.
expedite,
that- no, but that
but
goes
they
to
can
the appealing
appeal it.
court. When you appeal, that goes to the appeal court. Then it
Okay.
goes to
Yeah.
your state. That goes to your state supreme court, and then your state supreme court goes out to the federal court. So
Yep.
Okay.
expedited, no. Can it happen? Yes. And I want y'all. And I want to tell y'all something because I see a lot of people who are not understanding of how like being in small towns work.
Yeah.
When I got sentenced in Ohio in a little place called
Stop
Lakewood,
screaming, baby.
very small city, very small city.
That's
I could
Cleveland,
not.
right?
Yes, I could not
Yep.
understand why my prosecutor, my paid attorney, because it wasn't a public defender, and my judge knew each other. But I'm looking at it. I was getting arrested in a town with 5,000 people. How were
Of
they
course
not
they all
going
know
to
each
know
other.
each other?
They in
How were they
cahoots. They in
not going to the?
cahoots.
But it wasn't about them being a crew. They live in the same city.
Yeah.
They live in the same city.
We
You
see
know,
each other,
And
bitch.
then by virtue of you not being from there, you're the only stranger in this whole situation.
so when they
Absolutely.
were
Right? It's
showing the
different when we're
pictures
all from
of
there and we
around
all know
of
each
his
other. So
judge
all
and
of
them
our
being
families are
the
tied
Absolutely.
DA being
together.
the
Right.
DA being around a judge, let's be. I want people to be very clear. It looks crazy to us, well, not to us because I've been there. It looks crazy to people on the outside, but you know, this is a small city in Texas. It's not unheard of for lawyers, because judges are lawyers too, to be in the same company or the same conversation. That's not unheard of.
Absolutely.
That does not mean, oh my
Absolutely.
God, that the appeal going to go through because my DA knew my judge. Yes, he has cases in front of him every goddamn day.
5 days a week, baby.
It ain't just your case in front of him. It
Oh
ain't just a
yeah.
hundred cases. And so it's a lot of things that I think that because a lot of people do not know how justice systems work, that a lot of stuff that people think is like a smoking gun. Not to say that he can't get an appeal. I feel that his biggest chance on an appeal is the fact of what I've been saying since the first time I seen the picture of the jurors. 12 white people are not his
All white.
peers.
All white. All white.
That's going to be his. That's going to be his best shot at because what they said was that the DA
It was
was
no
giving preliminary.
diversity.
They said they was doing the preliminary strikes on the last three African American potential jurors. He's going to have the 12 white people are not his peers. They're not.
Correct.
They're not.
Well, again, it depends. We just gutted
Okay.
the Voting Rights Act that talks about voting and setting up certain structures around racial disparity. So they could argue that you cannot use race as a definition of peer group. They live in the
Correct.
same county. They all, they're
But see,
within the same
So they're
the same
all
state. Like
qualified.
it's really fucking crazy.
by the DA
So
coming
what
in by the DA coming in and doing preliminary strikes, which is sometimes almost unheard of unless a
so
person
what
knows
about the
about the case.
eligibility of all those people that were subject to come and be like black jurors? Like what about their
But
eligibility
but
rights?
the
Like
last two
are
the
we
last two
not
they had
acknowledging that or where are we
no
going with this?
but see you got to remember that you get that when you go to trial,
Mm-hmm.
you get to pick six, and your and the DA gets to pick
Yeah,
six.
yeah, okay, yeah.
And what happened was they picked three black people, and the DA came through and preliminarily strike them out. They gave them
Yep.
reasons why they should not be jurors. That's going to be a really hard. That's going to be a good claim for him because they don't want to.
Absolutely.
Because now the DA is going to have to explain why, after all these people were picked, did you preliminarily only strike out the three African Americans?
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
But
there's
here's the
Hey,
even.
definitely grounds
But
for
we also
appeals.
got to be realistic about
So
again the
grounds for
America that
appeals, they got
we
it.
got to look at the America we live in. It can go all the way. If it goes all the way to this current federal Supreme Court, they can just say we're not hearing this. Leave it to states' rights. Whatever's going on is going
Absolutely.
on.
King
That can
remix.
happen.
King remix. Let me be very clear. His uncle can run to jail. That's not the problem. They're not transferring him because the boy uncle ran to jail. Because that's the case, he'd have never been there. If they thought that he had a problem at that jail, because at the end of the day, once you get to prison, they can do what they want to you. But when you're in the county and you're going back and forth in front of it's a high profile case. You're going back in front of these lawyers and TV cameras and stuff.
He got
If
his
they
hair
thought that
cut and all type of
and-
shit. Be for real.
but if they thought his safety was at risk, he would have never been there. But the problem is he's been sentenced to prison. So he's not, they're transferring him because he's going to prison. He's not going to another county jail and wait. I don't know. I want people to understand like how that process works. When you get sentenced, at the most you will have is 2 weeks before you transfer to a prison. You don't sit in them county jail because once you're sentenced, the county jail no longer makes money off of you. You're a state inmate. They don't
And
want
they
you.
want
They
their
all them.
money.
And
They
with this
want their
being high
money.
profile,
Do
they like
you
get him in
They
there
know
want.
that's the
ASAP.
They
thing?
want
I
their
haven't
money.
seen the numbers. I haven't seen the numbers, but I'm sure it's crazy. The amount of money that Collin County is about to make off of having him as a federal prison inmate from their county. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's ward and property of their county. Even if he gets sentenced out to another prison, they're gonna get kickback. Like this is a whole
Well,
system
yes.
that's fucked up.
They
They're
get
gonna
Yeah,
make
56.
so much
They
money
get
off of him
56.
for
They get
17 years. They don't
56.
give a fuck.
He's
just
not going
moving
to a
to
federal.
bulk
He's not
split
going to.
level.
He's not going to a federal prison. He's going to a state prison, and it's 56% of what they get. It's the reason why a lot of people. I had this argument with people who have never been to prison, which is asinine to me. People,
But
when
how
you
does
hear
that
people
fuck,
talk,
bitch? What, come on, man.
listen,
Move.
when people talk about prison reform, right, and where people should go for prisons and stuff like that. When you hear the people, when you ever hear somebody tell you about a private prison, they get it lets you know when you hear them talk, you realize that they've never been to prison. I've been to a private prison, I've been to a state prison, I was at federal holding. I would rather, if somebody had to come lock me up today for any crime that I've ever committed, I would rather go to a private prison.
Why
Because
so?
because they treat you better, they feed you better, they have more educational programs, they are more invested in what you can do once you leave there because they get money from all those programs. State
You're an
prisons don't.
asset. Your
Yeah, yeah,
property.
but
You
you're
you're
property,
you're a you're a
but they
revenue
care more about
generating
you because
asset for
Hold
be-
on,
them.
hold on. Let us.
because
I
you're
want to
making
hear her experience. Hold on, I
because
want to hear this shit.
they're making more money off of you. Say for
Yeah.
instance, like a reentry program and all that kind of. See, the state joints have a set
Mm.
budget. They have a state budget. So
So do you telling me
if
that
you if
you have a more reentry probability being in a
oh
private
yes,
prison more
let
than
me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
okay?
I
Hmm.
said at a private prison they had a barbecue. I could go take my phone to my mother right now because she came. They had what they call Yard Day, and Yard Day allowed anybody that was there from minimum
That's
to medium
racist.
for all of their family to come there. And it was Yard Day because the yard is what it is. It's not racist. It's what it is. You're on a yard. Yard Day is
I hear
the
you.
family got to come there and spend time with you for a day. So they barbecued and they had games. And they did all of this stuff. They had the father and daughter dances. They had
Bitch ass niggas.
they had a lot of they had a lot of jobs there that paid you a lot of money, so you went home. You weren't going home broke. Like the private prison system, because see what the private prison system does is this: they go to the state and say, "Hey, we're gonna open this building up, and it costs
Mhm.
$100,000 a year to keep him. If you give us $40,000 a year, we'll warehouse him in the same way for $60,000 less." Because they know that they're not getting their money from the state, they're getting their money from programming. They're
Oh
getting
yeah,
their
they
money
know
because they're gonna
they
get
gonna get the 40. They gonna get the 40 from the state and go make another
And then
hundred
go
from
get make
charging
and now we're
another.
everybody in
putting
the
a lot of
private
money
market.
Exactly.
around programs, and because that's why the private prisons that's why they are a little bit more easier
Not
to
to
do time
mention
in because there's so
Man, this
many
not to
shit is
mention the
programs
scary
to
other.
out
let you
here.
go
This
home.
shit is scary out here,
But look,
bro.
not to mention the other diabolical part. After they've spent all those years literally treating you like stock that's owned an asset, and you're making money for them. When you get out,
Mhm.
you owe them back money for all that they spent
Oh,
In
you
on
some
you.
do?
places,
Wait, but
in
why?
some
Whoa, whoa,
places,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Well,
whoa. What do
yeah.
you mean?
in some places,
So
you
like
get.
in so like
Mhm.
in Nashville, Tennessee, like when my father did his prison time, once he got off, he still owed them
Oh,
like
your daddy went to
a
prison? Oh, hell
portion.
no. No, I'm just playing. I'm just
He owed a portion. I don't really. I was a cow, so I don't really know all the details. But I know that once he was out, all paper done, he still had to pay money back, like a restitution to
like
the state
Yes,
restitution.
for
yes.
them taking care of him while he
Bitch.
was locked up,
If
while
the
they were
state didn't
making
cut,
Even
money
though
off
he
of him.
may have like worked a trade or whatever.
He was working while he was in there because back then, this
well,
is back in the
yeah,
80s and 90s.
but
So he
not
probably pressing. He was
99%
Right,
of the
pressing
right,
prisons
plates.
you go to, you have to do something. I remember
Yeah, he was pressing plates
when
and
I
doing
first
like
got to
leather
prison,
goods and stuff.
they tell you they give the first when I first got to prison, they give you a week and a half, and they tell you in orientation, hey, either you go and find you a job, or you go to school, or you're gonna do something. Because if you don't do it in this week and a half, you're gonna work in the kitchen. Most people don't want to work in the kitchen, so you go find other things to do. Is prison like I don't want because see a lot of people I've
it
have
sounds
said
like
this
it's
before.
glorifying it. I know.
It is. It does sound like it's glorifying it, but I'm giving people like kind of like realistic like outlooks of when you're in
Yeah.
prison. Prison is very different than you being in the county. You get to really honestly, to be honest, like as much as honestly I possibly can. When you go to prison, it becomes like you are. It's like being in a very restricted dormitory. But it also gives you a lot more things to do. Not like when you're in the
So
county,
you
you just
saying
sit there.
basically, bitch, it's like Job Corps for adults, but you in
It
jail.
It's
is
Job
because
Corps. It's
you get to
it's
go to
Job Corps.
college
school every
your
day.
Job
You get to
Corps is
freshman
go to
different.
year. It's
school.
being in
You
the
get to work
army.
out. You get to
It's
work out. You get to go to school.
institutionalized.
You got a program. You get to
Structured.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
My last prison time in Ohio, I was doing a year. And anybody who too big who does time will tell you don't look at calendars. So I remember I woke up one morning and I was in a dormitory, so I usually have to go to the front desk to check out to go to work. I get in the shower that morning. I'm talking shit. I make my tea. I go to as I get dressed. I go to the front desk and I said I was joking with one of the CEOs I normally joke with. I said, bitch, I'm about to go to work. He said, huh? I said, I'm about to go to work. I said, call, let them know I'm coming across the yard. He said, you serious? I said, yeah. He said, young, they have been calling all morning for you. I said,
It's
for
time for
work?
you to be
I said, I
released.
don't go
You
to
better
work.
hit the
I said,
deck.
I said, I
You
don't go to
out.
work till 9 in the morning. He said, you getting ready to go home. I
Oh
said,
hell no.
huh? He said, it's your out date. I wasn't living by the calendar, so I didn't know what day it was. I didn't go around sitting here marking, because when you marking your calendar every day, they make your time hard and long as fuck.
You
You
I
feel
watching
like
started.
you
you
basically
watching a
on
pot of
fucking
water
Cersei's
boil?
Island or some shit. Like time
No,
is just
when
passing
I
you
went,
by.
and Nikki will tell you, she's up here. She just did my last 5 years with me. When I called home, I didn't ask what people were doing at home. I didn't ask what was happening in the street, and because that makes your time rough. I can't control anything out here. What I can do is control what I do in prison. So my life became prison. The boys, the conversations, the drama, because it becomes your own personal world. Like
But that's
you
like
have
the
so many.
institutionalization right there, yeah.
Yeah, but you have so many things going on. Whether you going to school,
Hmm.
whether somebody fought on the yard yesterday, whether somebody stole some shit out of a nigga box, like your whole life becomes in there. When a nigga live by the phone and that calendar, that's the shit motherfuckers like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I just been here forever. That ruins your time. And so when I was there, I went home not even knowing that it was my out there. I didn't take that kind of time. But you learn a lot in prison. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if you get around people that genuinely will fuck with you, that it will make your time, a lot easier because they know the prison. I give all of my credit and all of my time for me being in prison from my closest girlfriends. She's in pageantry, Terry Williams. When I got off the bus, she had already been at that prison for 3 years. They give you a list of names of people who's coming to the prison, so they know when you're coming. And if people know you, they can, get you TVs and clothes and shoes and all that. So my first time off the bus in prison, my girlfriend was standing at the door for me. She said, "Hey, bitch, I knew you was coming. This is what we getting ready to do." She's like, "This is what you're gonna do. Go in the house." She's like, "Because I never forget, I had a little mustache. Because I was still a Bush Queen. I was a Bush Queen drag, but I was a Bush Queen." She said, "Girl, go bust that motherfucking mustache off. Go put these motherfucking jogging pants on." She's about to walk around in the motherfucking yard. About to show you which boys fuck around, what boys do this. If a nigga be in your face, he need to bring you some food. Blah, blah. She taught me how to do time. Um, I also had a girl named James. When I was going to parole board, I was so
A
happy that
girl
I was
named
getting ready to go.
James goes crazy.
No, 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 no.
You
No, this
like
Bush Queen was
Bob
the
the
whole.
drag
No,
queen.
no. Terry was the femme queen. James was
A girl
a
named
guy.
James.
No, no,
That's
no.
gonna be the
She was
title
a
of my
sissy.
book.
He
A
was
girl
a
No, she
Bush
named
was a
Queen.
sissy.
James.
No, she was sissy. She came to me
Oh,
and
okay, he was a Bush Queen. You saying she, but
yeah,
not
yeah.
like she
But
is in the girl. Got you.
she gave me the most valuable advice that I could ever get from somebody. When I left administration, I was so excited, and I was getting ready to start telling people that that I was up for parole. And I told one person, and she snatched me, and she said, "Walk with me." She said, "I'm about to tell you some shit." She was like, "And I'm not telling you this to scare you, but I'm telling you this to be honest." I said, "Okay." She said, "Stop telling people you're going home on parole." I said, "Wow." She said, "Because people will act like they're happy for you, and because it's not them, they will sabotage you." I said, "What you mean?" She said, "Me and my husband have been together for 10 years. We lived in the same cell, everything." She said, "He knew I was working hard to get home to be with my elderly mother." She said, "I went to the parole board. They granted me parole. I came back and I told my husband in the cell." She said, "He cried with me to how happy he was." She said, "I went to go and get on the phone to call home to tell him that I was granted parole." She said, when I was on the phone, the CEOs came and snatched me and said they found a shank and weed in my room and they took my
Mm,
parole back.
mm, mm.
She said when they told me what happened, the only person knew was him. So she said we went to the gym later on that night. It's the reason why they don't have free weights in Ohio anymore. She said when we went to the gym that night,
She
I
beat him
took the dumb-
senseless.
she said I took the dumbbell and I beat him to death.
Damn.
She said because I felt like that he was taking my life from me, so I took his. She said, young girl, I'm never going home. She said, I'm telling you that a lot of things, she said, because you green and you knew that you really don't know this what this culture is. She said that you are in a doggy dog world with a bunch of people that act like they like you or act like they for you as long as they can get something from you. She said, but if you fucking with a motherfucker who ain't got who never going home, she said, and she said, definitely us girls who date guys. She said, we date these guys with these long numbers, and they don't want you to leave either.
Hell no.
So they'll do things to keep you there. That you make sure that y'all get caught having sex, making sure that they find something in your room. She said they do this because they don't want you to go home. Because
That's crazy.
the little joy that they do have, you gotta remember that definitely guys will
Here.
openly date you there. Yeah, this is this, the little joy that they've never had no joy in the prison. So once they get this wife that they cooking and eating with every day and talking with and confirming with, and now they're about to take you away.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
So Amaya, because you know what, we got to say something because you know the girls be sitting in this bitch peeking and seeking, but don't be speaking. You know, be visitors and reviews and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
So some ending advice to close this prison story, this prison chapter out, prison topic. What do you got to say for the girls? I'm gonna start with one. Don't go to prison.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna. You know what? Reason why I'm not gonna say that is because I remember it was a time for me that couldn't nobody tell me that either, right?
Hmm.
Because I try to tell girls not to do stuff that I've already did because it's like I'm holding you back from something. I would tell you if
Right.
there's a possibility for you not to go, don't. But if you do happen to go, it's not what you see on TV. It's not what people.
Mm.
It's not this the horror stories they tell you. It's not. You have to go to prison. And even if you're the most fishiest girl or you are the most masculine person, you have to realize that you are in prison. That people are smelling out your fear, they're smelling out your insecurities. And if you don't, like, you can't go there like, oh, I'm a girl and oh, I'm gonna have a guy and he gonna take care of me and he my husband. That like it's easy. I'm not gonna lie. Being in prison is some of the easiest things that I've ever done in my life. And that sounds so weird to say, but it's just the truth.
That is
Um,
crazy.
because it was easy because it was already controlled. When you somebody like me who
It's
likes
structured. There's
patterns,
nothing.
It was like a
it was
Nothing
control, like
like
a
easy for
petri.
me
torture.
to
It's basically a petri dish, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was easy for me to do because I can conform to anything, and definitely when you're a trans woman in the prison, like most of the prisons I went to, I was the only girl. So it was very, very, very. It was a good time for me because I'm sitting in a prison with 4,000 niggas who don't have access to titties,
Amaya, we were
and
supposed to
I
give
got
you
them.
some real advice, and you said it was a time.
I'm being honest though.
It's
Like if you
just
have to go,
crazy.
if you have because I can't tell you never know where your life may take you to have you go there. I wish that
Absolutely.
people I wish that people that I would learn some of the things that somebody would have told me some of the things I know. I'm not gonna say that it's difficult because it's not. But I'm not gonna it's not for you to be honest. I mean if you doing let's be clear, when you crafting, stealing, drugging, all of that, the opportunity for you to go to prison is there. Like, there's no way for you to escape the fact that you're throwing rocks at a prison.
Oh,
Like let's be just very
wake
the
it up.
fuck clear. But if you have to go, just keep your head down, do your thing, and go home. If you don't get a chance to go, don't
Keep your
go.
head
But
down
but
and
it's
get
not
out
just
some head.
yeah, but it's not giving 60 days in.
And
It's
that's
not giving love under
that.
lockup. It's not giving that. Like prison, most girls would never do a crime that will get them to a prison where they should be scared. You're gonna be at minimum places where most of these people are trying to go home the same way you are. So like it's just a way that I had this conversation with so many girls that I had went to prisons with, and they got through it because a lot of you get scared by TV, like this scare straight program. That's not prison. It's not. It's not. I don't want you to go there. And if you can do anything that you can keep yourself out of there, I would really like suggest that you would do that. But when you're committing crimes that would possibly get you there, just understand from the back of the police car to the prison are two different experiences.
Mm. All right.
So the back of the police car can be the worst day of your life. When you get to your prison the first time, if you even halfway look like something, it's gonna be a good time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, that's why I was scared, be scared to go, because my pretty ass,
They
not
wouldn't
with
pay you
these
no attention.
bodies.
Okay.
You got a beard. You got a beard. So you gotta remember when you get off the bus, as long as you shut the fuck up, you look just like everybody else.
But sister, you know how this
He ain't
shape
gonna
look in
shut
the
the fuck up.
shower.
This motherfucker gonna be over there being Mahatma
But
Gandhi
see,
in
No,
prison
no,
but
no,
and
no, no, in no
doing
prison. I ain't
doing.
talking to no motherfuckers. What I'm talking about is, sister, you know how this shape is set up. As soon as
But
they
you know,
see it, they're gonna be
but see,
like,
but again, you're in prison, so no, you learn to work around that. You learn to work around. See, I can't speak to you how it would be for you to be in the shower because when
Roll up,
I didn't,
pops. Roll up.
no, I didn't get a chance, I didn't get a chance to be in the shower with a bunch of niggas because I had female parts. So they would shut they would shut the whole housing unit down
Cause you
for me
sitting
to
there
go to
with
the shower.
titties.
Right, and I'm sitting here, hair down, hair past my shoulders, titties out. I'm a girl.
Oh, so you
I'm on
feeling
my,
your Herbal Essence commercial, girl. Get
I'm on.
out. Get some
No, but
girl.
I'm on. But you gotta remember, I did 5 years, y'all, on 10 milligrams of Premarin, 300 milligrams of spirulactone, and two different prenatal vitamins. I'm
And they
gonna tell you.
provided that to you though,
every
right?
day.
Oh well, yeah, I fought for it legally. I'm telling you, like I can call,
So you was
call
in
my
there
girl.
moaning, bitch. Like what?
Oh,
Boo.
I'm gonna tell you how bad I was moaning.
On the state.
When I came home from prison during this 5 years, I didn't want nobody to pick me up. I wanted to take a minute to kind of like clue myself back in. I got to the Chicago bus station, and a cunt that I saw there was like, "Welcome home, sis. You was at such and such and such and such." And I realized that was a female institution. And so thank God I just happened to know some things about it, so I was able to talk about it. Demario, which has been my girlfriend for 20 years, I called her and said, "Brother, come get me from the Greyhound station." I said, "My parents gonna come
Oh,
pick
you
me
was
up
at
from
the Dan
Chicago tomorrow."
Ryan.
No, I was sitting in front of the bus station,
You was
and
sitting there
I'm
where you sitting in
watching.
front of
No,
Union or
I'm
you was
watching
in the Dan
Demario.
Ryan?
I got on jogging pants, t-shirt, Nikes, hair in a ponytail. Demario rolled by me 4 times. Till the last time I screamed out to him, I said, "Girl, is you being cute?" He said, "I'm not even gonna be no fake bitch." He said, "I didn't even know that was you."
Mm.
Because I was 5 years and moaned out. I went to a mini bar that night because you know who I was. Like I was in the whole like
Girl, you was in there getting your nuts off. Girl, stop it.
oh
Stop your fucking shit, bitch. I
no
know
I did
you.
not. I don't no no I know no I did like
Really?
my
Oh, you was
first.
a lady.
Oh, I was a cunt. I had a husband. But like I
Oh,
would
work.
and then I was so overly moaned out it didn't work. Let me be very clear.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
was
tell you
over. You was in
honestly.
there overly loaded.
Yeah, like I didn't get hard for the first. I came home in 2018. I didn't get hard again at home till 2019.
Damn.
Like it was no getting hard for me. Like that was just that. And even though boys were still playing, like I was still doing my things. But as far as like
It was
I had
just
a
giving
husband,
gummy, gummy, gummy,
yeah, I
gummy.
was the cunts. Like I tell everybody, I told them being on the first time. I didn't get fucked my first time until 2014 because I was in the
Ooh, ooh,
joint.
ooh, 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 ooh. That service is tearing you up. God didn't want to hear that.
Oh, I
You know
No,
know,
this
I
that.
know,
your service.
but
This your
no.
service jewelry.
Oh, I'm about to say, I'm in a house. But no, you did like I no, I was the cunts.
Where did Drake
I
come from with that
transferred my
country ass
whole
accent? Fuck you.
I changed up my whole way of thinking when I was in prison. Like my husband that I got with now, my husband was a gang chief. I told him, "Hey baby, I'm too big of a bitch for you to be running around here sneaking and having sex with me, bitch. If you gonna be with me, bitch, you gotta tell everybody." He went to his gang and told them, "Hey, I know the rules of the gang. I gotta choose her or y'all, and I choose her."
Mm.
I know all his baby mamas. My son that I adopted, that's his son. My man was so far into being cunt because he was the first person I think I've ever dated as a girl that made me feel like a girl.
Like a woman.
I was a girl. He told
he made you feel
his
like
baby mamas know me.
Bitch, you push your titties together. You